ready to go. Let's take our stream starting soon stuff away. Pop open my side of things. You guys are in player view, but I am not in player view. Bop, 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 bop. All right. So, where we last left off, we are in Book 2 of Council of Thieves, the Sixfold Trial. You guys have wormed your way into what is known as an opera mortalis, a death play, with the goal of surviving this famous play called the Six Trials of Larazod. You guys infiltrated the play as actors, you were given parts, you are currently on Act 3 of the play. The goal of this being that if you impress the mayor of Westcrown enough, who he is watching this performance from the balcony with your director, just over here. He is the pompous fellow holding up a big old solid gold goblet of wine. That he will invite the lot of you to his next party, which is what is needed for you all to somehow infiltrate his vaults and take the Chelish Crux, which is supposed to contain information on how you're going to get inside the abandoned Pathfinder Lodge known as Delvehaven. You guys were kind of conscripted into this by both your leaders at the Children of West Crown Resistance and a venture captain from the Pathfinder Society who has arrived on the city, or in the city on the down low. That's kind of the general vibe of things. You guys have any questions before we kick things off?
No, I think you hit all of my questions pretty much.
Hell yeah. Alright, let's do it. And for those streaming, you see we have a new goal now for the channel. We hit the 150 followers goals last night, and next is 300. Gonna double it. It's gonna take a while, but you guys are cool fans. So, without further ado, we are in Act 3. You guys did the intro act as well as the second one, which had a torture rack known as the Device. That brings us to Act number 3, which is Trial by Pleasure. So if anyone still has any like non-lethal damage or anything like that, you guys can take the time to heal it, as you would have had time to heal between rounds, or between acts of the play. So if you have anything like that to do, go ahead.
I just do a single channel positive energy, and since it was non-lethal damage, everybody should be up to full.
Hell yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah. I think we were full at the end of last session, like, at the end of last week.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't take any damage. What's your guys' problem?
Shut the fuck up, you fucking, like, what you...
Yeah, he was the torturer in that, so he was definitely whipping you all. All right,
Yeah.
So let us dive into Act 3, the Trial by Pleasure. The bailiff, who is a bearded devil, enters bearing 5 vials and 5 curved flensing knives. He hands one each to Dentris, Tabane, Larazod, Drovalid, and Ferris. Our actual torturer was so swayed in the last act, this is part of the play, in all of your resistance to his torture, that Drovalid cast down his whip and was like, man, they're unbreakable. Larazod must speak the truth. But, of course, the Judge Handrathane, played by everyone's favorite smug asshole over here, Thessing, was like, fool, continue the trial. You've yet to probe deep enough into these souls' lies. Also, for those of you who don't know, a flensing knife is a knife specifically to carve the skin off of something. So, let's start off with a quick line from Handrathane. I have the play script in front of me here. "'Tis said that a liar's pain is easy to bear, but pleasure steals truth from even the most well-tended fortress. So let it be with ye, Larazod. Here before you now are the flukes of Lord Entropy. Their bite more pleasurable than the caress of 1,000 succubi. Taste of their deep burrowing bliss. The rapturous journey through your body shall explore the deepest, darkest pleasures any mortal man has ever known. Their soul-shuddering wanderings end in your skull, where they plant their young, who consume you in an orgasmic frenzy, leaving you an empty husk of a thing, drooling in blissful oblivion forever. Unless, of course, you can resist the power-bending pleasures. This time the trial is not yours alone to bear. Let's see if your trusted companion's faith in you remains unshakable, Larazad. Who shall be the first to die in spasms of ecstasy? At this point, shock. Elisandra, who is working with the judge, she says, I long to face this judgment as well. Gladly I stand at this darkling's size, at his back or him at mine. I shall bolster him up from below. You shall see how devoted I am, for Larazad speaks only the truth. So she joins all of you now, opposite Judge Hander Thane and the bailiff, who is a bearded devil. And I will... Actually, I have the official bearded devil art, I think, from Pathfinder. Alas, I do not have the bearded devil, but they are terrifying nonetheless. Now, you may be asking, what the hell is a fluke of entropy? And that'd be a good question, because they, in fact, do not really exist. What is instead gonna happen is that each of you actors is pretending to be in ecstasy, while what is something called a rot grub burrows through your flesh. Now, you have flensing knives to cut out said grub, but if you cut it out too early, you will kind of fail this trial. You will not suffer as the crowd wants you to suffer. So, each of you is cut on the wrist, and a rot grub poured out from the vial into the wound. I need everybody to roll initiative as we start Act 3. And I am going to roll in for her as well. Oh, for some reason you guys aren't appearing on that.
Yeah, I had to refresh my screen.
Weird.
I didn't select my token. I just.
I mean, I
screwed it
see.
up.
I see 1, 2, 3. Susan, I can manually add you. What did you have?
16.
16? Alright, give me 1 sec. Alright, I believe we have all our key players here. So that is going to be Acro. Acro, ostensibly what is happening here is you're going to make a fortitude save to, like, resist taking any constitution damage as you let the worm burrow through you.
Fortitude? Fortitude.
Are they within 10 feet of me?
Yeah.
Oops, sorry, that was Will.
And you can make a check at any point to cut it out with the knife you were each given. However, you guys are going to have to make acting checks when you do this to make it seem like you are in ecstasy. And it'll be harder to make them believe that if you cut the worm out too soon.
That's my bad. That only applies to me. Sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah, that's just the charisma. That's my favorite paladin feature, though. Okay, so Akra, you're going to do the fortitude,
yeah.
Go for it. You feel it, like,
better.
You can see it wriggling under the skin of your left arm as it crawls toward your shoulder, but you grit your teeth and bear it. Alright, next up is Susan. Do you try to cut it out early, or go for it?
No, let it do its thing, man.
Alright, you let the worm continue to burrow through your skin.
I have a family I need to represent.
You succeed. Akio?
Oh, fuck, dude. I'm gonna die.
You also make it. Don't take any constitution damage. Excellent roll. You all see your worm begins to like squirm under your like stomach skin. You can see your belly like bulging out. That brings us to Zakana.
Yikes.
Okay, Zakana, you're gonna take 2 Constitution damage. All right, that's gonna.
Is this permanent or?
I mean, it's damage, so it could be removed with certain spells, but for now, it is a thing. Keep in mind that if you take more Constitution damage, it's gonna lower your Fortitude saves. All right. Our actress friend who is playing Elisandra, is also going to make the save. All right. With that, it is going to be back to the top of the order. Are you trying... Or no, sorry, it's Susan next, I believe. Or no, sorry, that was Susan's old roll. Let me get rid of that. It is back to the top. Acro, do you wish to try to start cutting it out now? I'll say another mechanic. The longer you take to cut out, the deeper it's going to burrow.
Yeah. Did we have like some kind of like idea for when we should be cutting this out, or?
So it kind of depends on how good an actor you think you are. You think how well you can roll, because maybe you cut it out soon and you act like it was the most ecstasy-inducing experience of your life, and the crowd will believe you. But maybe if you're not that good an actor, the more you leave it in there, the easier it'll be to believe that experience.
Would we be using our acting check that we had last time?
Yeah, so it would be the same check you guys made last time, which was the D20 plus charisma plus all those other bonuses.
Got it.
If you don't remember what your one was, I believe you can just scroll up from last session and probably see it.
Holy shit!
I know.
There's so much.
Never mind, I can see Susan was testing stuff.
It's okay, Eric. There's a lot. Just scroll past it.
I scrolled up and in my head I was like, oh, it's just a few swings. It's just a few swings. It's a few swings. It's just all fucking great swords. Okay. Acro, what do you think?
I'm gonna do a fort.
All right. You're gonna burrow deeper. That is a fail. You're gonna take 2 Constitution damage. At any point, basically, you're gonna use that knife. It'll make a heal check. The knives give you a base +6.
And is that in addition to our regular heal skill?
Correct. This is giving you like a +6 circumstance bonus. It's like this knife was designed specifically for this purpose. But that was your turn. You took some con damage. Remember, every 2 con you lose 1 HP per level, as it lowers your overall HP. Susan, cut it out or let the worm roam. Let it roam, and that is not going to be enough, my friend. You're also going to take 2 con damage.
Well, you're all failing now. Look at us.
Yeah, round 1 went swimmingly. This one, the worms are starting to burrow into your guys' like innards.
Yeah, I'm cutting it out.
All right, Akio, give me a heal check. Normal bonus plus an additional 6 on top of that. 19 is gonna be a success. You like stick the flensing knife, pull away some of your skin on your abs, and rip out this fluke worm, kind of stomping it under your boot. But you are gonna take 13 non-lethal damage.
Okay.
But I don't believe that exceeds your current regular health, so you don't pass out, although you likely are not pleased at having to rip a living worm out of your body. Zakana.
Yeah, I probably will rip it out as well. Hey.
All right, give us a heal check, and then we'll get to add a 6 to it once you roll.
What's the formula again?
Either you can just click the heal button, or do /R space 1d20 plus your heal bonus.
What's my heal bonus?
Well, it's one of the skills that you have.
Oh.
Sorry, yeah, I should have specified that. It's on the skill list on the right side. Although, I mean,
well, even if I don't have ranks in it.
Yeah, it's heal skills are untrained. With an 18 though,
so
+6, unless you have a huge penalty in heal, which I don't think you do.
No, I've got 2 points. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you get 26. You cut open your shoulder and like grab the worm by its head and pull it out. They kind of look like really thick white lampreys. They have like that circle of pointed teeth. They're real nasty. Illisandra is definitely gonna panic. She's like, fuck this. I'm cutting this thing out. It is horrifying. She fails to do it though. So she is gonna take some more con. She takes her first round of con damage actually, because she passed last time. So she has -2 to her con. And this is the actress's name is Calcenica. This is the one that a lot of you guys befriended. That brings us back to Acro. Acro, I believe the worm is still in your body.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
How do we heal con damage?
You either need to use Lesser Restoration or you can sleep it off.
28.
Oh, yeah, you like just your jaw sets, you steal yourself, cut open like just above your like belly button. I don't know why I forgot that word all of a sudden, and pull the worm out. But oh, sorry, I didn't give the non-lethal to Zakana as well. Zakana, you do take some non-lethal for pulling the worm out. Zakana takes 12 non-lethal, and Acro, you're gonna take 9 non-lethal.
Whoa.
You said I had some of my max HP reduced as well. What was that?
Yeah, so for every 2 that your con goes down, the easiest way to think about it, every 2 con you lose 1 HP per level. So your max HP, what level are you guys right now? 4?
5.
5? Okay, so your max HP is 5 lower right now. So you're at 25 out of 25 instead of 30 out of 30.
Yep.
All right. Susan, you also still had the worm in.
Susan's gonna go for one more round just because he's tougher than everybody else around him.
All right. So just so you know, I'm keeping track of all this. We're gonna roll our acting checks once everyone's done. You fucking keep it going, dude. Your acting check's gonna be even easier. All right, everyone else is done except you. So Susan, do you want to go even deeper this time? Do you want to? Are you calling it? What's your move?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Now that I proved that I'm tougher than everybody else, I'm gonna remove it.
Okay. All right, make your check. With a +6, that is gonna be enough. Listen to all that juicy non-lethal dice. You're gonna take 16 non-lethal, and now we are gonna go down the line and do our acting checks to see whether the crowd believes that that was a truly orgasmic experience, or whether they think you guys are shitty actors. Acro. Who was the one who actually had profession acting or perform acting?
I did.
Okay. So Acro, you're just gonna do that check we did last time with the charisma. Plus.
Do I get the Robert bonus or no?
For this one, yes, you do get the Robert bonus.
Okay. Then
For those who weren't here last time, who are watching, Robert is the director, who is a total asshole, but brings out the best in his actors. There is a smattering of applause. People cheer. They believe her
+4
performance.
for Robert, right?
I think during Robert's play, I think it's +2. Let me double check his stats. But while I do that, Susan, if you want to go ahead and roll your 2, you get to do both rolls.
If it's +2, then it would be 16.
Net 20.
Susan busting out the net. Susan has proven themselves truly just a masterful actor. You smash it out of the park. Everyone like fucking standing ovation as they're like, wow, he really made it look like he was, getting off on a worm eating his insides.
Star of the show.
Akio.
I get the Calisthenics bonus, right?
Yes, and you get +4 instead of +2 because not only are you you have befriended her and you're acting opposite her as the main lead, so you get +4 from her.
So +4, and then I had like a floating +3, so 7.
Mm-hmm.
I should have just cut that bitch out the first round. I don't know what I was doing. Like I didn't understand.
Yeah, hey man, you're a performance artist. You wanted everyone to know you're legit. That is a success. They believe it too.
Don't even get me started on performance artists. Hold on.
All right, Zakana, go ahead. Zakana is also going to make a success, having kept that eel in a little bit longer. That is enough to pass. And let's see if our leading lady, Calcenica, she is also going to succeed. You guys did really well that round. All right. The curtain lowers again as you guys stumble off stage, tending to your wounds, tossing the blood-soaked flensing knives to the sides so that Milek the Hump can collect them. Everybody is going to get 1,200 XP for Act 3.
$1,200.
1,200, correct.
Awesome.
All right.
So, healing or non-lethal?
Yeah, guys, take your time to heal. Do you want to? Is someone gonna drop a channel again? Do you guys want to use potions? Remember that all your damage so far has been non-lethal, so if you heal anything, it'll remove that.
Yeah. I don't know. You wanna do we have channels
We took
to
some
drop?
big non-lethal for this one.
No, but so like the thing is if you take any magical healing, it heals all non-lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It like even if you drank a potion for like 1 health, all your non-lethal would go.
Yeah. I think we all have
The one-
potions, right?
Okay.
All right.
Or do you want to say
Yeah,
potions
we
if
all.
you want
Yeah,
those?
let's do. Wait,
You guys
This
still have
plays
like
at
a
night?
shit ton of potions, right? That Ariel gave you in the hideout?
Yeah.
can we
Yeah, but-
split potions?
No, you can't split potions. Good try though.
And just take a sip of it.
Want to go half on
Hey,
this?
thank you for the new follow, JJFP. I almost pronounced that like a word.
Yeah. I'll drink. If no one's casting, then I'll drink one.
Yeah, I'll
Anybody
drink
want to go
one of mine.
halfsies on this pure light with me?
Go halvesies.
Susan's also drinking a potion. He only has one more channel, and we still have how many more acts?
There are
Was it 1
7 acts, and you guys just finished Act 3, so there are 4 more.
Good God.
There you go. Okay. Kill all non-lethal.
Maybe we should
You only
save
need
it.
one.
It is a play designed to kill, so welcome to the Opera Mortalis. I will say, I think the least used mechanic that, or at least for my players in Pathfinder, is the fact that you can make a perception check when you drink a potion to figure out what it is, instead of rolling spellcraft. You can just take a little sip and not drink it and be like, tastes like a potion of bold strength. Like, what the fuck?
No, you don't taste the hints of blueberries?
There's I like to imagine these dirt covered adventurers in a dungeon fucking swirling a glass potion bar. You smell the bouquet on that? Yep, that's a potion of haste. I can feel it.
Just
So-
stick a finger in and just stick it.
Aged
Owl's
15?
wisdom. All right. So this next one is gonna be a little bit of theater of the mind, as I always think it's a shame there's no actual art of this sculpture, to the point where I've almost commissioned art for it. I think about it a lot. This is Act 4, Trial in the Belly of the Beast. So I'm going to read you some lines from that one, and then they will wheel out the beast in question. Also, once again, shout out to Paiza for writing a whole fucking short play. Literally all the lines. Dendra says, "Such horrors! What next?" This is the silly wizard helper. I believe this is Zakana. And Akio Larazad, you're "Hold true, old man. All is well." And our friends, Handrathane says, "Here follows the trial in the belly of the beast, a great terror gifted to this court by an old power. The beast be a hideous thing, whose stomach is a nest of acid-spewing serpents. It shall swallow us whole and wash us clean in its acid." At this, a insane fucking set piece that Milek the Hump has been working on in secret is wheeled out on stage. It's like a huge, curious sculpture of iron, polished wood, and green glass. And it's wheeled onto the stage from behind the back curtain. The sculpture is roughly in the shape of a serpent, and its mouth is large enough that a medium creature could slip inside. The belly is made from transparent but thick glass. The beast's tail is raised high, and its head is low, so that a person on stage can climb in easily. The inside of the belly is half filled with bubbling green acid. So essentially, all of you guys are going to have to enter the beast and make it out again.
What if one of our characters is large? What do we do then?
Wait, none of you are, thankfully.
Squeezing rules.
I guess, yeah, you'd have to squeeze, and it would probably be a lot harder to stuff your way out of a iron neck. Okay, so
Accio, look over at Zakana
okay,
and think about casting enlarge person.
Oh yeah, please no.
please no. All right, we are gonna roll for initiative again, and that'll determine the order we're gonna go here, because there's only gonna be one person at a time who is gonna be able to actually enter.
Fine. Oh, there it is.
Man, we should have took the fucking knives and killed the judge.
The judge?
Just took the whole
just kill the actor playing the judge.
No, not really kill the judge, but make him like fake die.
Make him fake die. That's a mood. All right.
Kill him and reanimate him.
So, let's order our checks here. Starting off with Zakana. Zakana, currently, the beast's mouth is facing low. So you are able to climb into it.
Okay.
So this is basically a move and a standard action. You're going to have to make... let's see. As you enter... as you... Got it. Okay. So, basically, as you are tilted in there, the neck tilts up to, like, swallow you. Give me a reflex save to avoid, like, see if you can catch yourself from landing in the acid. I admire the sculpture that you're drawing.
Alright, reflex save. Reflex.
Alright, you manage to, like, kind of hold your hands to either side and, like, wedge yourself in the glass stomach, avoiding the acid. What you are also going to have to do, though, is give me a fortitude save, because there's not a lot of breathable air in here. The fumes are rising off the acid.
Oh my gosh. Was that enough?
That is enough that you are not sickened.
Whew.
All right. So, next up is going to be Susan.
Have I been pooped out?
You have not. So basically, well, the way it works now is the neck is in the upright position. You guys can either lower the neck again for someone to climb in, namely Susan. You could also try to... Sorry, I'm getting I got my notes backwards on this. Leave it on page. Give me 1 second to review. This machine is very confusing, and I dread it every time I get to this play. Okay, so everyone has to climb into the belly first. That's what I got wrong. So for the play to progress as in the script, Susan, you have to climb inside as well while the mouth is on the ground. Once everyone's in, then they raise the neck.
So reflex.
Reflex first to avoid the acid, and then after that, you're going to make a fortitude to avoid the fumes. That is not enough, and that is enough. So you take 6 acid damage, but you are not sickened.
And I'm assuming that's actually lethal damage.
It is actual lethal damage. So now she is going to climb in as well. But she's just an actress, has no class levels to speak of. But miraculously, she is going to stop herself from falling in the acid. However, she is sickened. I'm going to mark her with a green dot. The orchestra started playing only a creepy piano soundtrack as you all are devoured by the beast.
Are we not walking into the beast?
Yeah, we can all stack in the beast.
While the audience is sort of like focused on
Excellent start.
the actress, can I cast resistance on myself real quick?
Yeah, give me a stealth or a sleight of hand check, whichever is higher.
Never mind. Let's do it without it.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you enter
okay,
this
reflex.
lovely beast. Yeah, make a reflex. All right, you're going straight in that
Yeah.
acid, my guy. 6 acid damage to you as well, and then make the fortitude save. Okay,
Ooh.
Acro is sickened. That means any skill checks while you're inside the beast, like climbing out of it, are going to be at a -2 penalty.
Did you just say climbing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start working on my next character.
Okay, cool. Akio, you gotta enter the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
Nope.
Flesh.
Yep. All right. So you are not sickened, but you take 3 acid damage.
Some space beside me.
All right. As this happens, the stagehands, mainly, let's be honest, it's mainly Milek and his fucking shredded self over here. He spins the statue around and raises the head so that it is now facing up. So you guys are gonna have to climb out of the belly. However, as he does so, you see that the snake's inner throat has been lined with small spikes. They provide razor-sharp hands and footholds. And now that the neck is facing upwards, they spring into position so you can see them. You can try to use them to clamber up, but the worse your climbing check is, you might fall, and if you fall, you will cut yourself up and then maybe fall in the acid. However, it should be mentioned that you guys could take the aid another action to try to help each other climb out. So let's go back to the top. You guys are all in the glass belly. Zakana, what would you like to do?
So I can either aid someone or climb myself?
Mm-hmm.
If I aid someone, how much bonus would I be giving them?
You need to hit a DC 10 and you give them a +2.
I'm gonna climb. Sorry, guys.
All right, give me a climb check. That's a nat 20. You
Nice.
clamber up all the way, and I believe on a nat 20, you do not even slice yourself up at all. So you clamber up, jump out of the beast's mouth to much applause. Everyone's cheering.
I'm a spider monkey.
And that brings us to Susan.
Susan's going to aid another for Accio, but
Okay.
how do the razor sharp spikes work with full plate gauntlets?
That is an excellent question. Let's find out. Basically, it's going to mean that you'll have to fail a lot. You'll have to get a much lower roll to be affected by them.
Got it.
So there's like degrees of failure, and it'll be harder for you to take damage from them, or anyone that is wearing full plate or anything like that. Okay, that does
Well, I
not
tried to help.
that does not aid him. Calcenica's like, okay, all right, I'm gonna go for it. She's gonna slip, and she's gonna take both acid damage and slashing damage. She looks badly hurt. It looks like if she does that again, she might die. Or at the very least go unconscious.
We will lose our leading actress.
Climb
Climb check, let's go.
That is not enough. So that is low enough that you're going to get slashed. You're going to take 2 slashing damage. And give me another reflex save to avoid the acid. And you take another 2 acid damage as well. Accio.
This is why I brainstormed 15 character ideas yesterday.
This specific moment? Okay.
Yeah.
For
There's
Act
my
4, baby.
Google Docs sheet.
So, the fucking TPK in the belly of the beast.
No, one of you's already out. We've already avoided a TPK.
So
He's gonna climb back in to save us.
he's gonna climb back in and die.
It's okay, I've got a wand of cure light wounds. You guys.
I'm going,
Acro, I just
There's
saw your
nothing
fucking
stopping him from throwing a rope.
table.
I'm gonna. Fuck. I
Yeah.
can't. Oh god. I'm gonna try and give the actress a potion to cure light wounds so she doesn't just fucking die.
Okay. I'll say you can take your action and just give her that. She'll drink it.
Okay. I guess I have to try and climb out.
All right. So she'll drink that on her
This is
turn. You hand it to her as a move action, standard action. You can climb out.
And this is at a +4.
So make another reflex save.
Yeah, did we get? I didn't add the +4 for a ball friendship, but I don't think that would have helped if it was only 13.
No, that wouldn't have done it.
Okay. I'm gonna
Wait, we
add
we get climb bonuses with friendships?
All
Well,
skill checks.
Depending on
Depending on what
friend
friendship. If
is.
it's one of the friendships that said all skill checks, then yes. Which I believe
Oh.
is Calcenica and Robal.
Yeah.
And Calcenica's only +2 for us, but +4 for Akio.
Correct.
Yeah.
So Akio, you're gonna take 11 damage.
Okay.
All right.
11.
So Zakana, here is your chance to do something. The neck is still up, and it will break the rules of the play for you to change that. However, you could attempt an acrobatics check to run up the statue and reach your hands down its mouth. From there, you can perform a strength check to try to help someone out, in which case they get a +2.
A strength check.
But first,
Ooh.
you would need a successful acrobatics to actually get up there.
Successful acrobatics, and would that lower our performance at all? Or...
No?
I'll do that. Acrobatics.
All right, you
Alright.
clamber up. You are now on the head of the beast, the statue. Give me a strength check. On a success, you essentially are doing the aid another skill. So you need to get at
Got
least
no
a
strength.
10. Not enough,
Do you have-
unfortunately.
Do you have any friendships though?
Oh yeah, are you friends with any of them?
I'm not friends with anyone that matters.
Okay. So at this point, who inside the belly is friends with Milek?
I
We
am.
all are.
I think all of you, right?
Maybe not Susan. I don't remember.
Oh, maybe not Susan.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I don't know.
No. Susan, I rolled for it. Susan did befriend Milek.
Okay.
Okay.
When he was trapping you or something.
Wait, did you count like whatever negatives it takes because Susan has performance acts? Doesn't he hate it?
So here, all right. So Zakana, you feel an invisible but very muscular torso arrive on the head next to you, and you hear, "Shh, quiet. It is Milek. I promised I'd try to keep them safe with magics. None of my magics help in giant glass statue. I use my muscles."
Because I have no muscles. Can I
Right.
aid Milek?
Next person to try to climb out gets a +2 from Milek as he like reaches in this buff arm. And that is Susan.
All right, so it's one standard action to lay on hands somebody else. Yes.
That is correct.
Can I aid another with my move action, and just
I
sit here?
believe aid another is a standard.
Yeah.
Will shoot.
It is a standard. I just checked.
Just climb out, and then we can help people out from the top as well.
You know what? This is what I'm gonna do instead. I'm
Okay.
gonna hold. I'm gonna delay till the very end of the round, and if somebody needs to lay on hands,
All right, I'm gonna put you
that's
at
what I'll do.
Initiative 5.
And if somebody needs to lay hands, I'll do that. And if somebody, if
All right.
Accio gets to Accio's turn, I can assist. I'll do that.
You moved me to
Calcenica,
the bottom as
who is
well.
playing Illisandra, is just gonna drink the potion. She's gonna heal to her max, or her current max. She still has ability score damage. And that brings us to Akio.
Well,
hold
you
on.
skipped. You moved
Yeah.
me
Oh.
by accident.
Oh, I also need acid damage.
Ooh, my bad. Go ahead and take your turn. Make your roll. I'll fix the order.
Okay.
But
So
isn't
this is
drinking a
gonna get
potion just a
another-
move action?
It's a
No.
standard, unless you have certain abilities that rogues have and other classes have.
This is gonna be
Gotcha.
another climb check, but with +2. Oh.
All right. Yeah, even with Milex +2, he's like, "Come on, Acro, I grab your hand." You're gonna slip down and take 1 slashing and 1 acid. Minimum damage.
Alright.
Then Calcenica would have drank the potion. Then it's Accio.
All right, I'm gonna aid Accio's escape.
Susan is?
Yes, Susan.
Okay. Hold on, let me move you back above Accio. All right, give me a check to do that.
This is +2 because of the director. Do I get any other bonuses?
Not currently. That is an aid another
Okay.
check. So you got +2, Accio.
Let's go. And now my climb, instead of being at a -6, is at a plus +0. So
Okay, well, I was about to point out that it's actually easier than I realized because he's so ripped, he can lift more. But in that one is -5. That's not going to be enough to make it to Milek.
no, it's a 0, or it's a 1.
You're going to take minimum damage, 3 damage. 1 above minimum. All right, Zakana, you can make another aid, another strength check to try to lift people out.
I can say that one more time.
You can make it the strength check again to try to help pull people out. I just stumbled over my words while I said it.
If I aided Milek, would that help anything at all?
No, he's basically also doing aid another, but it's gonna stack from both of your things doing it. So you guys can each give the next person a +2. All right, next
All right.
person to climb up gets a +2. Milek is gonna do the same. So next person climbing up is gonna be at a +4.
Oh, Calcenica's gonna steal it.
Dumb bitch. I mean,
Calcenica's like, I'm fine. I'm not in the acid right now. One of you, get out. So she is gonna actually delay until one of the rest of you tries to do it.
Okay.
Acro, you're up.
Yeah. Acro does not believe in women and children first.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Gonna fall again. You're gonna take 5 damage this time. She's like,
Leave me to die in this construct. I'm making a new character.
alright, she's like, I'm gonna go for it. No bonuses. And she is gonna clamber to safety.
I'm gonna try to aid Accio again.
She is gonna, I think there's enough room on the head for 3 characters, so she's gonna stay up there for now trying to help. That is, alright, you are aiding Accio. Accio, you currently have a +2 to this. Ah.
16.
Wait, why is it the 16?
Because it's my sheet is at a -6, and I get a +4 and a +2.
Oh, yes, hell yeah, you get the bonuses from her as well. Alright, that is a success on your 16. Your counterpart, the leading lady, pulls the leading actor out of the mouth.
I just like look up into her eyes. Obviously.
We got this, you're safe. Alright. That brings us to, so Accio, do you want to replace her at the top, or are you like just dropping down to the stage? Alright, you drop down. That brings us to the top of the order. Zakana can make a strength check, and Milek is going to do the same. Milek succeeds. Zakana also succeeds exactly. So next person's going to be at a +4. Or you
What
can...
about Calcenica?
Yeah, you can delay till after Calcenica, so she'll roll. Calcenica does not aid. She is not as strong as the absolutely yoked techie.
And Susan will also aid if you want to delay.
Yeah, I'll need it with these rolls.
Alright, yeah, you also aid. That's +6. I'm just going to remove initiative, because at this point it's basically like who's aiding who. Alright, so you have +6 right now, Acro.
Alright. Here we go.
And that's without the +6?
Correct.
15, thanks to the yoked Milek, who is still invisible, so the crowd can't see him. It looks like you guys are pulling yourselves up. Acro, you are on top of the beast. Do you want to replace Calcenica?
Yeah.
Okay, Calcenica is going to move down and pretend to, like, you know, be commiserating the 2 leading actors over here. That leaves us with just Susan in the belly. So Zakana and Acro make a check to assist with the strength check, and so will Milek.
Am I no longer sickened because I'm out?
Correct. Once you are out, you are no longer sickened. Now that you're out of the fumes.
Too tired.
Okay.
Oh.
No, it's a strength.
It was
Milek,
supposed to be strength check?
it was strength.
Yeah, it's
Or...
Make a strength
Oh.
roll. I'll let you reroll that.
Well,
Milek
I rolled
failed
a
as well.
4, so it would actually be 8 instead of 6.
All right. No bonuses this time, Susan. It's all you. Put your faith in Saren Ray.
Oh, I still have +2 from my friendship.
There you
Yeah.
go. Not going to be enough.
Oh,
You're going to take 7 damage. And let's go for all of our people who are trying to lift him out again. Success, fail, and success from Melix. That's a +4 from these two as they try to pull out Susan. So you're getting a +6 total right now, I believe.
Yep, this number's +6.
19, that is a success. They haul you out of the beast. Everyone is out. Hell yeah. I'm gonna fucking put this beautiful... Oh, I was gonna put it on the DM layer, but you already erased it. Such a shame. Guess we'll have to
Sorry.
remove it. No, it's okay.
You could just control the thing.
Alright, good job, y'all. So that is the end of the act. And everybody is going to earn 1,200 XP.
I tried to press Control Z.
It didn't work.
Nah, it's all good.
Nope.
It's all good. Alright, so take your chance here to heal. If people want to heal, because all of that was lethal.
I've got 2 lays on hand. Who wants them?
touch me, please.
It might be, depending on how many people are down, it might be more efficient to use those two as a channel. Potentially.
I'm missing 17.
It's gonna be some math.
Sakana's fine. She climbed out, no problem, but the rest of
I'm
us are
fucked up.
missing. Yeah.
Do you guys have potions to use?
My channel isn't super awesome. I think it's only 1d6.
Yeah, save it for the non-lethal.
Where my lay on hands is 2d6 right now.
Yeah, maybe lay on hands for Akio, and I'll drink a potion.
Yeah.
And maybe a charge from the wand.
Oh yeah, we have a fucking wand. What are we even doing? Just use the wand.
Wouldn't we want to use the one in battle? Or
No,
It's better for out of combat.
out of
you don't
combat?
ever want to deal in combat unless it's an
Right.
emergency.
I take out the cure light wounds and
All right, so
Cast it
just
in.
keep track of how many charges you're gonna use.
I will. Who needs it?
I do. Here, I'll just roll. It's +9. One more.
Because I've got UMD.
Well, I can use it without a UMD check.
Yeah, that's
Just
true.
pass
He
it
could
here,
just do
and
it.
I'll give it back to you.
Yeah, sure.
I'm max at 2 charges.
Yeah.
I was wrong. My lay on hands for people is 3d6 because of my greater mercy feat.
Oh yeah, that's a nice feat.
Who do I need
That's
to
a
lay?
nice feat.
Maybe.
We used a wand.
Well, if we can save the charges, because I haven't rolled for me yet, but I'm missing 17.
All right,
So I
I'm
think
healing.
one on hands is fun.
Yeah, I'm healing acro.
Hold on. Let me like explain something real quick. We have I know it's like really gold's really tight right now, but it's 750 gold for 50 charges, and we bought a fresh wand. So if we
We
run
didn't
out of
buy it.
charges,
We found it. There was
No,
like
we-
what
we
9
bought it.
charges.
No, you bought one full charge.
We did.
yeah, we bought one.
Do we?
There's no reason
Oh.
for conserving charges. Yeah.
When did we do
I'm using
that?
the crappy one.
Yeah.
When we were like we did the when we did the like shopping last section, we took a chunk out and bought a wand.
We did.
I'm like
Yeah.
90% sure you guys did.
I'm like 100% sure we did. I could go find that. I could go find that and clip it if you guys want to see it. But like, there's no reason for us to be conserving charges on a 50 charge wand.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
paying attention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's worth just using.
I'm gonna put that in the loot list then.
Well, I'm holding the one with 9 charges now, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use the one with 9 charges. How about?
Yeah, let's empty the partial.
Yeah. So we have a 50, and then we have a 7 now because I used 2 charges, and then just use the rest. Like just pop off, guys.
Just pop off, y'all.
So I'm gonna use 3 of those 9 and go bring it down to 6, but that brings me back up to full, quote unquote.
Alright, I will probably 2.
You're looping back on yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I heard that.
Oh,
It's
that's
still
lucky.
happening. And we know it's somebody else.
Hello?
It was Eric.
Oh yeah, there we go. It stopped.
Yeah, that happened
Hello?
to Eric last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck causes that.
What kind of headphones are you using?
I'm using my phone on speaker.
Oh, that's why. It's
Well, no,
cause
it's because like
it picks up
it-
the voices and then loops.
no, it's fine like 90% of the time, you know.
Yeah, sometimes it just starts to pick it up.
Usually what'll happen is someone will say something extra loud, and then once it picks up that, it's like a rising loop at that point because it keeps picking itself
Yeah.
up louder and louder.
I think that's all I'm healing.
Ignore that, sorry.
The stage
So
explodes at your low caster level check.
Oh no.
You guys are good. So let me know when all the healing is done.
It's all done.
All right, cool. Let's jump on to.
Wait, hold. How's the actress? Is she good?
No, she's
Uh,
fine.
she got healed to full and then climbed out the round after, so she's fine.
All right.
Okay, so, we are gonna move on to Act 5. This is the birthing trial. And let's change up our music here in a sec. Right. The pace of the play increases, and the audience demands their share of blood. Handerthane stands up from his judge's position. You have crawled from the maw of the beast. Let us see what blasphemous lies slither from your treacherous insides. Bailiff, show them. The bailiff brings out 6 crimson eggs. Drovalin says, Dear Entropy, spare us. Akios Larazad, what means these strange crimson eggs? Handerthane says, Shall you recant your lies now? Or will you take these eggs as they burrow deep? Will you birth abominations of your own flesh? Elisandra chimes in, Do your worst, fool of a mortal. I am a princess to hell, and no child born of my black soul shall bear any malice against me. Alright. Everyone is going to consume a crimson egg that they hand you on a platter. Everybody is going to go ahead and make a fortitude save as you eat the egg.
Egg.
What the fuck was wrong with the person that wrote this? Why is he always putting shit inside of me? That's gross.
I mean, this country was dominated by hell, so it's not a great place. Alright. Okay, so only Acro is going to pass. Let me move Milek off stage, actually. He's not here anymore. Everybody else is nauseated for 2 rounds. And as you all start vomiting, that cleric of Asmodeus they hired to help with this play times it so that the vomit coming out is in fact, and she failed as well, so you know, is in fact summoned devils. In this case, lemures, made of a roiling pile of flesh. And I'm gonna roll how many he managed to summon out of your guys' vomit. Okay. Who was on the past? Acro. So there's not gonna be one by Acro. There is gonna be one by everyone else. Alright, with that, we're gonna roll for initiative against the lemures. But remember, if you're nauseated, you can't do anything for that round. You can take 1 move action, actually. Alright, that is gonna be the Lemure demons, or devils first. These are basically like the lowliest of creatures from the pits of hell. And whoever passed, I believe that was Acro, you are instead sickened for 2 rounds.
Ah, classic.
Hold on, give me 1 second. There we are. A Lemure devil. Rolling wave of flesh gushes forward. Amid the fatty surge wriggle half-formed limbs and a dripping, tumorous face. They are all going to take this time to full round attack each of the actors who is not Acro. So, where'd my other d20 go? There it is. Alright, let's start with Susan. Susan, the highest attack is a 15. Does that hit your flat-footed?
No.
All right. Under your illusory costume that Milek wove for you, your armor withstands the claws of this devil. The same cannot be said of the costume of the leading lady. She is going to take 5 damage. That is about half her health gone. All right. Then 2 attacks on Akio. That is a 20 and a 15.
Both hit.
You're going to take 6 damage as the claws dig into you. Finally, Zakana. That is a 5 and a 17.
Is this? Am I flat-footed?
You are flat-footed because you haven't acted yet.
Yep. So one hits.
Okay, 1 hit. That is going to be 2 damage. Acro, you are sickened, but you're still capable of movement. How would you like to proceed?
I think they get 2 attacks, it sounds like.
On a full round attack, they each get 2 claw attacks.
I'm going to put on a dazzling display to attempt to intimidate and make them shaken.
Okay, is that a mind
So I add
affecting
4
effect?
to this. I don't know. I got a 26 though.
And a nat 1, though.
Yeah, how do you get a 26 on a nat 1?
Yeah, Jesus fuck.
Well, I have my stern gaze for intimidate. I have my favored class bonus to give intimidate. I have a racial bonus to intimidate. I have scarred legion feat for intimidate.
Have you taken a
Wow.
intimidating
I have
prowess?
5 ranks in intimidate. No, not yet. I'm thinking level 7.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
5 ranks in intimidate.
Why not?
Intimidate is a class skill, and then +4 because of Robert friendship.
See, this is something when I was
So,
playing
yeah,
Starfinder
26.
yesterday. I don't miss the fact that there
Wow.
aren't like that many bonuses in Starfinder.
Okay.
Okay. Is that
No,
mind
it's a
affecting? Because they.
skill. I don't know. I hope not. Intimidate, demoralize. No, it just says this. I'll paste it into the chat.
Oh,
if
is
you
it just?
wish.
I wasn't sure if it was just a straight demoralize check.
Yeah. So I can also paste the feed. It should be just straight.
So basically, it's like the dazzling display lets you demoralize like a crowd, essentially.
Yeah, while wielding the weapon in which you have weapon focus, you can perform a bewildering show of prowess as a full round action.
All foes in 30 feet who can see. All right. And DC is 10 plus. Well, it is gonna be a nat 1, so it is not gonna work this time because that's just the rule we play with in all our games.
Fail.
They can't.
Oh, I didn't
No, but-
know that.
Well, I mean, we've done that in the other sessions too.
As okay.
Punishment.
Okay.
That is
I
just
don't really
that
like
is
that, but okay.
But it is Susan is nauseated, Akio is nauseated, Zakana is nauseated, she's nauseated.
Wait, everybody gets a move action. Like, what's up?
Oh yeah, you guys want to move? You want to provoke?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I do.
For sure.
All right. Sorry, I'll double back then. Susan, go ahead. You want to take a move action?
Yes, I am doing a 5-foot step. Right there.
All right, 5-foot step. Akio.
Yep, 5-foot step and straight back.
Do we provoke with a 5-foot step?
No, 5-foot
Nope.
does not provoke.
And you have to take an action to not be flat-footed, so I would take an action.
Can this count?
Yep.
Yep.
And she's also gonna 5-foot step back.
Into the other guy.
All right, so it's these guys.
Ben, hold on.
Did I skip someone?
Nope, you did not. But I have a free action based off of a trait, suicidal. So if
Okay.
if a lemur attacks the actress, it's going to attack me instead.
All right. Fair enough. All right. So they're gonna go. Even if it can't hit you, I guess Yeah, I guess they're gonna be able to hit you from any angle.
I
Yeah,
just
all right.
posted it.
These ones step forward. Any attack originally directed against a square. Okay, so this one, the one on the top left, was going to try to hit her on its first attack. That's going to redirect to you. Easily bounces off your armor. Second one misses her, and then the other guy is attacking you twice. 21? Does that hit you not flat-footed?
Yes.
Okay. 1 damage. These things are not very powerful.
Did you? Oh, never mind.
And then the other 2 are gonna move up. 2 attacks on Akio. 10 and a 6. I think those both miss, right?
Yeah.
And then a 15 and a 14 on Acro.
Miss.
All right, the tide of battle turns against the devils. Acro, your turn.
I'm going to, I guess, full round attack the
Okay.
one directly in front of me.
All right.
And I'm sickened for just one more turn.
Yes, this is your last turn of being sickened because this is your second time acting. All right. That is gonna miss with the 10, or it's gonna kind of sink into its flesh and not do anything. You try to bite into it, and again, you kind of just tear off this chunk of malformed flesh that doesn't seem to bother the lemure.
That's my turn.
And Susan, I believe you can act now.
Has
One,
there been 2
two.
nauseated rounds?
So they attacked you
No.
once. Then it was your turn. You 5-foot stepped as nauseated. Then it was them again. Okay, so this is your last round of being nauseated. But you can 5-foot step or move if you would like.
No, I'm good right here.
Okay. Akio? Flee behind Acro, a solid plan that I wholly support. And Zakana? Backing away toward our chorus, our opera singer in the back. Cal Seneca is going to try to follow her leading man back over here. Now it is the lemures. They are going to start attacking who they deem to be the strongest targets, as per their instructions from their master. Alright, it's going to be 4 attacks against Susan. Only 1 is going to hit. 1 damage.
Alright.
Alright, 4, 7, 22, and 6. I assume the 22 hits Acro.
Yes.
Okay, 3 damage to Acro from that claw attack. And that is all the Lemure Demon's attacks. Back to
I'm
Acro.
gonna 5-foot step, and I'm gonna do another full round attack. I'm
Baby.
going for the one that gives the flanking bonus.
Got it.
Can't you also flank with the actress? Just curious.
She doesn't have a weapon out.
Oh, so
And
not
she is,
threatening.
believe it or not trained in unarmed combat. Alright, 22. 14.
Should be 17 with my snake.
17. Oh, yeah, because you are flanking. You just... The flail spins faster and faster, and you smash this thing so hard that its fleshy goo just goes everywhere. That is 1 lemure down.
And then I will bite the one next to the actress and Akio.
Okay. That is going to hit. And Susan.
Alright, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step. Now I can flank with Accio and smash it.
Hell yeah. Wait, Akio, do you have a melee weapon?
Or not.
I got a dagger.
Oh, you got a dagger? Yeah, 12's not going to do it, though.
specifically for this situation.
This exact situation. Well, it is Akio's turn now. And you are no longer nauseated.
Yep,
So
you know what
here's the
that
thing.
means.
You could try to do magic. That's always an option in the play, but it might lower your popularity if you're caught doing it.
Yeah.
We probably won't need it.
Yeah, you should be alright. Just play the avoidance game for now.
Fine. Whatever. I'm gonna 5-foot step, I guess. I'm gonna
could
color
stab
spray
him first.
everybody.
Milek invisibly comes up behind Susan, and he's like, Susan, Akro, do you need Milek's interference, or are you alright?
Is that a thing?
We're okay.
We're fine.
Alright. Like shadow and night, me and Archibald vanish.
I mean, you know what? You're right. It doesn't. It literally does not to try and attack.
Okay, go for it. Fucking, I love to see the sorcerer going stab happy.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, close, but no cigar.
Flanking.
With flanking, it's a
Yeah.
2. Okay, so you try to stab, miss, 5-foot step away. That brings us to Zakana, who is no longer... sorry, you're no longer nauseated. So you can take
Yeah,
stands.
that's my move action.
Okay.
Let me clear my. All right. So I'm guessing that does give me flanking for range.
No, you don't
Range,
get
you can't get
flanking.
flanking. It's only melee.
But as in you get sneak attack off if there's 2 others flanking.
For range?
You do get.
Well, no one is flanking because the actress doesn't provide.
Yeah, no one's actually
but
flanking.
for-
Also, is that a
As
thing?
in, sorry, Suzanne and Acro. If 2 people are flanking a target, do I get sneak attack off it?
No.
No. Oh, I thought I read that. Sorry.
For range, well,
I don't think so.
for melee, if you are in melee and you are flanking, you can get it.
Yeah,
Can get sneak
that's one
attack.
person, but to flank
If
with
you were
2
just to
people-
move like 1 square up and use melee, we would be flanking together and you could sneak attack.
that's
Also,
all
what,
good,
what a
that's all
lot
good.
of rogues and people will do, they'll try to like stealth and do sniping. Which like
Yeah, I can't snipe very well, but
Yeah.
that's fine. I thought I read it somewhere. That's fine.
Range
'Cause
sneak
how
attack
to
is
sneak-
actually horrible.
Say that again.
Said range sneak attack is like actually horrible.
Yeah, but how does it work?
Tough.
until you
How does it-
basically
it doesn't.
anytime they're flat-footed, you get sneak attack on them. So that's why
So
range
the
sneak
only-
attack is really good as like an ambush, and then it's nice to like move in because it's easier to get melee sneak attack.
So range sneak attacks, the only way you can get sneak attacks from range, if they're not flat-footed, is you
Right.
have to stealth, and then you can take 1 attack around for your sneak attack damage. It's called sniping, and then you have to take a -20 stealth check to be able to do it again next round.
Typically,
Like
the
a- like a-
best
Alright.
the best like
I'll-
damage
I'll
output.
be going. I'll be going.
Yeah, it's typically the best damage output is like surprise them with range, and then after that, just fucking going for the stabby stabs.
Alright,
Also,
stabby
Drow
stabs.
just redeemed you all a magic item, so we will throw that on stage, maybe with the roses, if you guys live. That is not going to be a crit, but it is going to be 2 plus 13 sneak attack damage, as while this devil's looking at the 2 hunky boys over here, you just drive it into where this thing should have a heart, and it melts away. That is 2 lemures down. She is gonna run to the back corner and basically just begins like singing an aria, like a lilting opera, to encourage you all. All right, the lemures left are not even gonna try to flank because they dumb as bricks. All right, Susan, that is a 15 and a 6. Nope.
Nope.
Acro, 10 and a 19.
21.
Then hell no, you guys just easily impacts your armor, and the lemures just like they look really confused, and their lives.
Okay. I'm gonna, as a move action, I'm gonna study the one for my Slayer target, and
Oh,
then
hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna attack him. I just want that.
How do you kill this one with your mace? Or with your flail?
I swing it like from the right, so when it connects, he goes flying off the stage.
Okay, that's really
And then
badass. That was
disappear.
really good. Fathoom! He just flies and like splatters into the audience as they're all just like, huzzah! What a good show!
And then I'm gonna 5-foot step this way, and that will be my turn.
Okay, and that brings us to Susan.
Twenty-two
Susan,
damage should do it.
how do you kill yours with your holy sword here?
Mine is gonna be like super anime. I swing my sword like I'm just sheathing it, and the lemur falls apart in two pieces like a second later, but its insides are singed because of the holy damage.
The two halves slough off to either side as you neatly bisect it, burning its devil insides. All of you hear like a rapid like as invisible Milek just runs by all of you, and he's like, "Excellent work, very proud." Milek's very proud. Hell yeah. So we got no casualties, and you guys are gonna get XP for that trial, and XP for slaying the lemurs. Okay, hold on. So you guys dropped all those lemurs. Everybody is gonna get 1,600 XP. 1,600. All right. When's y'all's next level up?
23.
23,000
XP.
Oh, you guys are getting damn close here.
What if instead of going to this party, we just go farm shadow beasts for
God,
like 2
fucking
weeks?
stop farming my shadow beasts.
Just be over.
I swear to God, I will spawn one of the higher level shadow beasts. So help me.
We just, I know it's supposed to end at 13, we just level to like 15 and then steamroll the rest of the
Who
game.
has slain my hounds? You guys fucking just gank like a CR12 and just level up.
Yeah, don't tease me with a good time.
Sounds
Don't
like
you fucking
sounds
tell me.
like-
Look, I got all 6 bestiaries right here next to me on the desk. I will drop some shit. Okay, so you guys can take your time and heal up. Orchestra is gonna shift their music again. And then you guys just completed Act 5, which brings you to Act 6, Trial by Combat and Love.
Ooh.
All right, let's move over to our Act 5 dialogue. Also, Drow really has just become the item fairy in all the games.
I took a wand charge. Whoever's
What
trying
did she give us?
You guys are gonna get a random magic item at the end of the play. Just 'cause it doesn't make sense for it to fall out of the sky during performance.
Right.
I'm generous. I'm
You
not
like
that
it.
generous.
Maybe Susan ate it and it was in his lemur demon.
No, fucking Cal Seneca just pulls out like a fucking like massive ass greatsword.
Holy Avenger.
Alright.
I'll take it.
It's Holy Avenger. That'd be so good. Okay, so let me. Whoops, did not mean to fucking full screen that. Please go away. Please go away. I hate that app. Okay. All right. So, Handerthane. He's kind of like speaking to the side, all distressed. Give me a sense motive check on Thessing, who is playing Handerthane.
Oh, hell yeah, this is what I'm made for.
No, I don't want to.
Wow.
I got a nat 20 and
Okay.
it ends up being a 19.
Everybody except Akio reads this man like a fucking book. He is acting angry as Handrathane, but he is absolutely furious that you guys are still alive. He wants you to die.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill him. He knows. Like, he doesn't know, but he can feel
He
it.
knows it. So, alright, as Handrathane now is acting to say, how can this be? 4 trials broken and still they prevail? Lord Entropy smiles upon them. Does the Dark Lord truly know of my compact with Tiamat? Which I know is a 5e thing, but this was written before Pathfinder was truly built. It cannot be, or I am utterly undone. True or nay, I must try thy last. I shall plunge their faith in pitch and acrid stew and see if they hold the cause. He points at you all. You sickly whelps profess undying devotion to one another. Smoldering dung. You but conspire to confound this court in our dark majesty. 'Tis you who construct the dragon's spawn and seek my undoing, in service to some slimy mistress or master of the putrid Tiamat. Your vile benefactors have thus far warded off justice's dark hand, but let us see if you hold steadfast before the promise of oblivion. There is a flash of fire as he calls forth his beasts for you to challenge. And this time there is no surprise round, no nauseating, but 2 enormous skeletons rise up out of the stage to confront you.
Skeletons.
Roll for initiative.
Ah, they're my bane, man. How do you stab skeletons?
With your swords.
I love skeletons. Says the guy with the blunt
Spooky,
weapon.
scary skeletons.
All right.
Sure, it's fine.
Oh, hey, I think, what do you do, Pods? Just saw your follow. Appreciate you.
Good.
All right. We are going to launch into our combat here. We roll in our big baddie skeletons and re-roll for our... She's actually going to stay the fuck out of this fight, so I'm just going to remove her from the order.
No way.
They are going to get a 18.
Oof.
So with that, that is going to be Acro acting first. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna dazzling display and hopefully not roll a 1. I did not. I rolled 19.
Holy
42.
shit. Wait, can undead
That
be
should be
demoralized?
46 for Robert.
Yeah, I don't think undead can be.
It just says... Because when I pasted it, it just says,
Maybe they can.
becomes shaken.
Honestly, undead
maybe they
has so
can.
many things. It's
Yeah,
very
I kind of
hard to
wasn't
keep
really
track.
thinking about that. If they're immune to shaken, then yeah.
I believe they are.
Nope.
Are they not?
Immunity to death effects, disease, paralysis, poison, sleep effects, and stunning. I don't see anything about fear effects.
He's right. I'm looking at it right now. Yep, mind affecting, death, disease, paralysis, poison, sleep effects, stunning. Yeah, no, you're good to go.
Oh, alright.
And
I did
that
know
with
about
a
good.
fucking 42, they are absolutely both shaken. Literally,
And I'm gonna
almost
switch
comically,
to the
both of
side.
their skulls just start like, just start like chattering. Well, fuck me, didn't see that one coming. All right, they
Intimidates.
are both gonna wade forward, and are each going to try, and they are going to full round attack. One on Akio, one on Zakana. Let's go with Zakana first. First is a bite attack. That's potential crit. Nat 1 does not confirm. Zakana, you take 6 damage from the bite. And then do a 18 and 21 hit.
Is that with the shaken penalty?
16 and 20. 16 and 19.
My AC is 18. So.
Okay, so one hits. So another bite, or not another bite. Sorry, this one is a claw. You take 10 damage. So total that turn, you took 16.
Well then.
That brings us to the other one, who's gonna full round Akio. What is your flat-footed Akio? That'll just make this faster.
14.
Wait, I thought it wasn't surprise.
It isn't, but they haven't
Or is
acted.
it
He hasn't acted in combat yet.
Oh. Is it not a-
Thanks to your shaken, both the bite and the first claw miss. Like literally, it missed by 2. Final claw is gonna hit you though, and that's gonna be 10 damage as it just like slams this huge skeletal hand into you. All right.
Okay.
Zakana.
I was zoning.
5 foot step.
You took 10 damage, Akio.
Yeah, sorry, Akio,
10.
you took 10. Dude, yeah, that shaken was devastating to the opening round.
And then I'm a drink a potion. So that's
Valid,
1d plus.
valid.
Plus was it plus 1?
1d8 plus 1.
Yep, there you go. And that is... I just realized my wrong track was playing. Come on, music. This is not what I ask for. This is not what Milak wants.
Oh my god.
All right. That is... He drank the potion. So, Akio, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna withdraw. Go behind the paladin.
All right, you take the withdraw action. They do have 10-foot reach, though, so he's still going to op attack you. Because withdraw
whatever.
only makes you safe for the first 5. You get lucky again, though. That's a miss. All right, Susan.
I'm gonna charge.
Hell yeah. It's going to provoke as you enter its 10-foot reach. I assume 15 doesn't hit. You're good. Go ahead.
Cool. That doesn't matter, but
That
that's fine.
Also doesn't hit then. All right, that's going to bring us back to the top. Acro.
Okay, I'm gonna 5-foot step, and I'm gonna full attack the one directly in front of me.
Got it. Go ahead. That is a hit, and bludgeoning is exactly what you need on these guys. Although you're not currently sneak attacking, right?
You know.
Okay.
And then I will bite him.
And that is also hit, and biting is technically bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. So that also affects him. You deal a good chunk of some of its rib bones begin to snap off and fly into the audience. All right, the pair of them is gonna again full round attack, just the 2 targets immediately in front. We're gonna start on Acro. Bite attack. That is a 16 miss. 17, nope, and 22 on the last one. So 1 hit on Acro.
How long does Shaken last?
Was that with shaken?
That was with Shaken. The 20, they rolled very high on the last one.
So for every like 5, I get above like their intimidate, which well, not like intimidate, but it's like 10 plus
Their
level plus
demoralized
wisdom or
check.
something.
Yeah, it's like 13 plus
For every
wisdom
5.
plus CR or
Yeah.
something like that. I mean, you got very high above. It's gonna be for, I think it's at least 4 rounds. You got like a 42.
Yeah.
Let me see their wisdom. I'm calculating it right now. Yeah, they'll have it
It's
for
actually
fur.
46 because of Robert.
Oh, okay. So I was about to say I was wrong. It was 3 rounds. It is indeed 4 rounds. They're shaking then, because you absolutely smashed that check.
It's every 5 levels. So it's 1 round, not 10. I misspoke.
Oh, okay. Hold on. So you got. So what was the total with Robert?
With Robert, it's 46.
Okay.
Um, yeah,
It's
it's
46,
DC
and it's every
is 10
5?
plus. Yeah.
Okay, so
Um,
then they have
it says
5 rounds of being shaken because you have to get
10
above a
plus
21.
HD plus wisdom, and then yeah,
Okay, so then you have to get. Oh, is it times 2 hit dice or just regular hit dice?
just regular hit dice.
So 10 plus hit dice plus wisdom. That means you needed a 13. So
And then for every 5.
I mean,
So
just
since I
pretty
beat it
much
by
the whole
33,
battle.
It's 6 rounds. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's-
It's
gonna be
definitely
5.
the whole of the battle.
yeah, no way
Yeah.
it's gonna be a 6-round battle. If it either.
Okay, so how much damage was it?
Oh, sorry, that was, you did get hit by the last one for 10.
10. Okay.
You guys they hit hard, but you guys might be able to take them down fast. It's that kind of battle. Okay, so now the other 3 on Susan. 23 on the bite, 16 on the claw, and then 13 on the claw. So just the bite.
No.
You also take 10. And
All right.
that is going to be Zakana.
So I guess I move here. With that.
Are you going like around? Like,
Yeah, like this.
They do have reach.
Yeah,
They
they'd be
reach?
able to hit
yeah,
you right there.
yeah.
Kinda.
I don't think there's
What
a
about-
path where they wouldn't be able to get you.
All right.
You could. I mean, you are a Rogo, so you could make an acrobatics check to try to.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause I
couple
think
through,
that-
yeah.
But
At
I might die with
15
it.
feet. Yeah, you could make it from where you were to 15 feet. You could get into flanking and make an acrobatics at half your movement. Let me check their CMD. That is not going to be success. They're going to op attack, but you still get in position.
Yeah.
That is a 19.
That's a hit.
Right? That's going to be.
Oh, is it with shaken as well or no?
That was with shaken.
Okay.
12 damage.
Well then.
Oh, that's a nice little sliver you have now left on your character.
Just a little bit of help.
So
Yeah,
now
it's-
should I?
it's-
What should I
It's
do?
very cute.
Oof.
Stab that big boy. I believe in you.
As long as they don't target the weakest character, should be fine. All right, I'm gonna stab him because I've already planned to follow it through. I'm not gonna stop, right? So.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. And then plus another 2 for flanking. That is a hit for 11 damage, which is exactly how much you need. The first skeleton, all the bones fall to the floor. You guys have killed the first one. And that is going to move to Akio.
Akio's gonna break into a freestyle soliloquy about how I don't know. She's just gonna like talk about how cool the paladin is for saving her life.
Okay, give me a acting check. Let's see how good it is. I'll give you some extra popularity points if it's good.
There's like 17.
They're like, oh, did he write this himself? It's quite good. Yes, quite good, quite good. The nobles like mutter among themselves. And with that, we go back to Susan, who is in front of the remaining one.
I cannot catch a break on my attack
God
rolls
damn,
today.
dude. Your sword with an 8, yeah, just it like bounces off the skeleton's thigh bone.
You're in full acting mode. You're like an actor now.
Yeah, you're full actor, dude. Just give up your career. Go
Oh
and
yeah,
go-
I'm stage fighting, so I'm used to
stage fight.
I'm used to fighting without the intent to harm, right? So
Yeah.
that's-
Yes, so Acro, go ahead.
All right, full attack.
Acro following your lead is like, oh, we're stage fighting now? And just purposefully misses the skeleton. Going with your bite
Arr.
as well. The bite does hit though. You're like, yeah, I can't lose too much face. I gotta get something in here. That's gonna deal full
Okay.
damage on the bite. It is this thing's turn again. It's gonna just keep trying to full attack Susan because that's who it's locked on to. Okay, let's start from the beginning. 14, miss. 17, miss. And 13, miss. You deflect all of them away.
See, even the skeleton stage fighting.
Zakana.
I can flank from here, hey?
Yeah, but it would provoke because you have to move 10 feet and it has 10-foot reach.
Acrobatics through.
Yeah, you can try
I wanna-
acrobatics again. Do it, dude. Stage points.
Revive me if I die, guys.
Holy shit.
I've got lay on hands. You'll be fine.
Doesn't he have the wand of
Exactly the same.
Oh, 19's
don't
like
get hit, dude.
so close too. All right. What's your
Roll it.
AC?
18.
Thanks to Shaken with the -2, he gets a 17, missing by 1. As you just like do a rock and roll power slide on your knees under his like swinging bone fist and end up behind him.
All right. Okay.
And you can draw a line from there to Susan. Yes, so you have flanking. Excellent.
Gonna try to put my rapier into one of his ankle bones,
That's a move.
to his tibia fibula.
Oh wow.
That is a confirmed crit for 11 damage. This thing is not quite dead, but you fully just like stab at that one tibia, and it's basically hopping on 1 foot now from as you shatter one of its legs.
Well, I have a question. Are you an Unchained Rogue?
Yes.
Are you not doing dex damage now?
Not yet. No. Sorry.
I thought
One
it was
more
level
level.
3.
It's level
One more
3.
level. One more level, guys. Need to change the
Okay.
weapon.
Fair enough. We'll figure it out later. I believe you. Okay. So, did I close the turn order? No, I just
No.
minimized
did.
it somewhere. Okay, Akio, go ahead.
Fuck it. We're just gonna try and do a crossbow shot, I guess. For,
Hell yeah.
like,
Do it. Do it. Shoot him.
for a chance at some damage.
My soundboard is being funny tonight. Well,
20,
I
wow.
shouldn't say that. My soundboard is being lovely. It's my other computer that's being funny tonight. Sirenscape, you don't do me wrong. That is gonna hit. It's gonna be
60?
slightly reduced because it's piercing, but you scrape away some bone of its face, kind of crack its.
You've
orbital
done more
socket.
damage than the paladin.
That's sad but true. Susan, please prove him wrong.
Thank
Come on.
God.
There it
play
is.
anything.
Just
No more
jumping up with your huge sword, boom, cutting off this thing at the neck. Its skull, the head goes flying into the audience. Just hits a noble
just
in the
waiting for the
face,
last-
and the noble's like full bloody nose, like excellent, excellent.
Hold on. No. Can we do that the other direction so it hits the judge instead?
Ooh, I will revise my ruling. I'll say. Give me a D100 check. I'm not going to tell you whether I'm thinking low or high, but give me a roll. And we'll see if it goes that way instead. You jump up, swing the sword, crack, the neck snaps. Oh, fuck! He breaks character as a huge skull slams Thessing in the face.
Nice.
And the audience is just like, he broke character. Crappy actor. He's like, no, I am Handerthane. They're like, well, I'm not buying it. It's not Handerthane. Curses. Like, fucking starts like cursing under his breath. With that, I believe that time you guys just get experience for the skeletal. So everyone's gonna get another 1,600.
Oof. So
which I believe
close.
is damn close. That is the end of Act 6. And you all would know that is the last of the actual trials. The last one is like the finale where you don't actually have to get killed. This brings us to Act 7. a trial by his own dark hand.
Do we get time to heal?
Yeah, you guys can heal if you want.
Oh yeah, I need to heal, guys. Heal me.
We have the wands, right?
Heal me.
Susan's good.
Yeah, yeah, sure. I'm just gonna cast 3d8 at once.
1d81.
That's a mood.
Oh come on, really?
Nice, 7 HP.
7 HP. Nice job.
What the fuck? These rolls have just been all over the board with you guys today.
Yeah.
-1 Accio. What's
Alright,
that?
I'm gonna use up all the ones now. I don't care.
What was I talking about? Oh yeah. Just think, if we were playing with crit fumbles, there was a chance Susan could have chopped his own arm off.
Hey, look, you convinced me. I said I wasn't gonna do crit fumbles for the campaign.
Wait,
Sorry.
Pure Light
That being
Wounds,
said,
do you
I did
plus one as
win 3 decks of critical success and crit fumble stuff from a third-party 5e thing. I got it in a raffle. I was considering implementing the GM one, because there's one that's like literally only for the GM's creatures, which is pretty funny. I'll look through it later, though. I haven't had time to read it.
3 net ones in 6 rolls.
Alright, as you guys heal up, get your health back, we go to Act 7.
We need to track the charges. How many ever thousands of charges Zakana just used?
My one's gone.
1,
The
2...
the weaker one's gone.
Okay, he used
from
up the weaker wand, not the
Party
50 charge
wand.
one.
And then Akio took 1 from the party wand.
Yeah.
So we went from 48 to 45 from the party wand, and the weak one is gone now.
Alright. I'm gonna begin reading the actual lines here. Henderthane stands. The final trial is at hand. Your souls shall be quenched at long last. Larazad responds. The trial is yours, Magistrate Maleficarum. Lord Entropy is the one and true judge here. Bow before him. Insolent dog! Lord Entropy shall scour your soul as sauce from a pan. Ash for bones, souls melting to the Dark Lord's flame. Larazad, Accio actually says, we shall see who is judged. The Dark Lord himself. Who you guys know is Robal, under a series of illusion spells, and oil of fairy fire and a potion of levitate, as he floats down in an incredibly realistic costume, burning. The Dark Lord enters in a burst of foul-colored flames, shrieking crimson-skinned imps, and offers Larazad a choice. His creatures hang sylph scarfs around his companions' necks, one of red and one of crimson. Each is handed a contract written in blood. Choose! A true heart shall beat strong for all eternity at my side. A false one rots to nothing. You all choose your crimson scarves as the red rot away. Handerthane, playing as Thessing, cries out in terror as the Dark Lord turns on him. Treacherous magistrate who lords false justice over souls. Your soul shall burn for all eternity. In everlasting torment in the arena awaits you. He drags Handerthane through a trapdoor in the stage, and the crowd explodes in cheers. You all have survived the Opera Mortalis. Well done.
Yay!
You said explodes, and I got, like, reflexively went to roll my d6, my reflex.
All right. So you guys are gonna get 100 popularity per each PC, including Cal Seneca, who survived. So that is an additional 500, which brings you guys to 567, which exceeds the threshold to earn the maximum number of fame points.
So is that 3 fame?
You guys got 3 more fame points there. which I believe now you guys are at 5?
6.
Six.
According to my sheet.
Yes,
Since the
6. I
paladin
found it.
needed to get all loot away.
Hell yeah. So the crowd kind of goes wild. Robal comes out. You guys all do a bow. Weirdly, Thessing does not choose to follow you guys for the bow. He leaves. Robal is so pleased with all of you that he gives each of you a bonus of 500 gold pieces.
Whew.
And then, give me 1 second to calculate, based on your popularity, how much gold you guys can get for the rest.
Zakana, add another 750 because I'm paying off that alone.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Okay, everybody is gonna get the 500 bonus, as well as a payout of 2,000 gold pieces each.
We're loaded now.
You are loaded. I told you guys are coming with a payday here. Not only that, for successfully completing part 3 of this book, the actual play, everyone gets a story award of 3,000 XP.
Hey,
That's a
ding.
level up.
Which is a level up. All
Ding,
right,
ding,
who has not had a chance to roll for random magic item? Because the crowd, as they toss up all this like wealth and jewelry that Robal uses to pay you guys, as well as the actual gold that they paid on their entrance fee. These nobles are very generous. You guys get a random magic item courtesy of Drow. Who hasn't rolled for one yet?
I haven't, I think.
I think most of us, right?
Yeah.
Most of us haven't.
All right, so first let me roll and see whether we're gonna get some good shit here or some dangerous shit. All right. Okay. Go ahead and let's have.
Should we be putting in our level stuff up now? Like, will we have time to like rest, or are we going?
You'll have
into
time to rest
something
now. Yeah,
direct?
you're not gonna go straight to the party. You have time to rest, so you can start
Okay.
leveling up. After we do our random item here, we are gonna do a bathroom and ad break, which will give you guys some more time as well. Okay. So let's start with Akio. Akio, would you like to roll a d12? You can be
Sure.
our first user of the random magic item stuff. All right, that is going to be a 4, which is going to be the eyes slot. Go ahead and give me a D100. That is an 88. And then give me a spellcraft check.
Where's that?
This is the best item you could have rolled on this table, actually, or price-wise, it is the highest wealth. These are Kinsight goggles. They are, in fact, 2 separate crystal monocles linked together with a simple silver clasp that allows them to be worn at once, like pince-nez spectacles. The left and right halves can be separated and worn individually, allowing 2 people to see through one another's eyes. When separated, the wearer of either half of the goggles may speak a command word to see through the lens of the other half, as long as the halves of the goggles remain within 500 feet of one another. When the 2 lenses are attached and worn as one item, they offer no magical benefit, just some minor magnification. So basically, each person can get a lens, you guys can see what the other person sees.
I was gonna say, man, it'd be pretty cool to be able to swap my left and right eye, but they're waiting for some reason.
That
They don't
would be
want-
cool. All right, so you guys got the Kinsight goggles as your random item. You got all that wealth. You got a level up. Let's take a 5-minute break here, and I'm gonna run some ads, and we'll come back after that. I'll mute you guys so you can discuss level ups if you need to.
And now it makes sense. Hey Ben.
What?
What's
So
up?
we were just talking about PBs with prestige classes, just because the West Crown Devil is a 0.66 as a rogue. So would I just increase my base attack as normal?
I believe, yeah, it just follows the same rogue progression.
All right, cool. So I'll just add 1 to it then. Thank you.
I now get a.
What about fort save and will save? Is that the same as well?
Let me see if I can find. I think they have like the chart from the West Crown Devil archive of Memphis.
Is it still a fucking reflex only class?
Yes.
It has a chart for it on here. Let me link it in the Discord.
Yeah.
Basically, first level of West Crown Devil, so you get +1 reflex, and then level 2 is 1/1/1, level 3 is 1/2/1, etc., etc.
Right. So only my base attack bonus would get 1 if I follow the rogue class, and fort and will not be increasing.
I believe so. Yeah.
Okay.
Classically trained.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know how would we want to talk about it? Like
Let's look.
guy just comes to me and says I've been approved to be a West Crown Devil, or
yeah. Well, we're gonna go back to probably your home base. Anyway, right now. And someone probably talk to you there. Oh, whoops.
Oh, nice. I get a second spell now.
All right. All right, you guys all ready?
Nah. I'm doing like spells and stuff though, so you can start.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do some roleplay stuff while we go. So you guys would end up. I'm just gonna drop us on the map of West Crown. And we don't need the big pictures anymore because you guys aren't training there, or training to be actors. So you guys are at the Shrine of Eridan's safe house. So starting with, let's start with Zakana. Zakana, as you are down there, you are approached by one of the other... Sorry, I lost my train of thought. You're approached by one of the other rebels. In this case... Sorry, I'm just doubling back to book 1 to make sure I get the right guy here. Alright. Alright, so you end up talking to... Where are they? You end up talking to Jaco Pulio. This is the one that moonlighted as a pimp and a drug dealer. Hey, Zakana, come over here.
yes.
Listen, I've seen your skills of picking a pocket, sneaking away. You're pretty good. What if I told you that my allegiance wasn't just to the children of West Crown?
Have you been watching all this time?
Oh, I've been watching you, and, listen, I may be a child of the West Crown. I don't like the House of Thrune. But I am also, I suppose you'd call it some sort of sergeant. Up in the Council of Thieves. The Thieves Guild in the city. Now, I don't know too much about it. I'm actually laying low after one of them tried to off me, you feel? There's been some power shifts going on in the council. That's why I need some thieves that I can train. That I know I can rely on when the time comes. Now I know pimping, and I know dealing, but I also know thieving. Would you let me train you?
Yeah, show me what you got. I'm always keen to learn new things, hey.
Alright. Meet me in the courtyard out back for the next few days. I'm gonna start your training, alright?
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, so you guys basically have a couple days of downtime here. I believe we'll give you guys 3 days of downtime till the party. So how does everyone else want to spend their time as Zakana is off training to be a pseudo-member of the Thieves Guild? Thieves Guild's kind of in uproar right now, you're discovering, Zakana. You can keep that to yourself or share it. But it seems like there is not a united front from the leadership.
Uh-huh. So I'll be in the sergeant's faction or something.
Yeah. And this is, here, I'll drop her name in the chat again. This is Jacopulio.
Yeah. Party, high or low?
Hi.
Low.
High. Ooh, we're taking hold person instead of haste. Sorry.
I mean, hold.
I did in fact say I said low, and
That's
he,
true. You
and
gonna
you
go with
also
your DM
said
or your party mate?
Not you
Wait.
said party, not DM. I don't know why the DM decided to butt in when you called for the party.
Oof, I feel so excluded, you guys.
Whatever, fine. I'll take haste, you fucking losers. Fucking.
Oh no.
Hey,
Oh no. Fucking Captain Flail and Captain Anime Sword with haste. Dude, fucking rip the bad guys.
Captain Anime Titties.
Alright, so what about Acro is not back, I don't think. What does Susan want to do during these days of downtime?
Susan is going to go proselytize to the impoverished of the city, healing where he can, lay on hands, and preaching the quiet but blessed word of Sarenrae.
Hell yeah. I'd say give me a diplomacy check. See how your, evangelizing goes to the masses, or at least to the impoverished masses.
Oh, this isn't going to be pretty. We'll see what happens.
I mean, that's not bad. It's slow going. I mean, you can tell, like, every part of the Chilaxian Empire, people are scared as fuck to worship anyone but Asmodeus. But between that and your level of fame right now, they're starting to realize, well, maybe, even if it's not in the open, we could get away with worshiping a god who is actually good and might help our souls.
I agree. You should definitely do that.
All right, and then Akio, you're working on spells right now, I know, but what do you think you would be doing during the 3 days?
100%. I'm trying to hook up with the actress chick.
Yeah.
Seneca. Yeah.
I think you impressed her so much there. I'm gonna say give me a diplomacy check. It's gonna be much lower because you impressed her a lot during the play.
Okay.
Nice.
21. Yeah, you guys go on a couple of dates. And she's like, I really am looking forward to you going to the party, on Saturday. I hope I can see you
Oh,
there.
are you gonna be?
I'm gonna be. Oh yeah,
gonna
he
be there?
invited me too. I'm part of the cast. He invites the whole
Oh, wow.
cast.
Exciting.
I'm back.
Did
I
you know
miss Red
Holy's
Velvet.
two?
What? Holy's +2?
Holy's +2, and in order to place it on anything, it needs to be a magic item in the first place. So it's a total +3.
That's true.
Throw that shit in the garbage where it belongs, dude. Who said worshiping good gods was worth it? Hey, I have a
Everyone,
question.
Iomade for life, honestly.
I have a question for everybody. Can
We
I
invite him an answer.
get like like
Yeah.
600 gold from the party loot that I can pay back at a later point so I can buy an item?
You can borrow it direct from Susan.
Okay, cool.
How's Susan's interest rates?
Oh shit, I should have asked.
Susan doesn't charge interest.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a paladin. He better not.
He better not.
He knows
Okay,
what's
cool.
good for him.
Yeah, can I? I mean,
Tell
I
that
just took,
to every fucking cleric of Abadar.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey Ben, it's a big city, right? Can I just get a belt?
Yeah,
Or
I'm
do I-
not fussed if you guys just get the magic items that you actually want.
Okay, cool.
I mean, maybe for like the really rare stuff we'll roll, but like a belt of whatever, they'll have it.
A +6 belt to physical perfection? Okay.
I mean, if you want to spend, if you have like 100,000 gold pieces.
Yeah, no. We're still like so horribly under, like under golded. It's crazy. My level 6 character just spent all of the gold that it's ever had for a $4,000 item.
I guess that's just the vibe of this one. They want you guys to not be very wealthy.
Yeah.
Acro.
Yeah.
You should probably take Boots of Springing and Striding off the party loot list and put it on your
Yeah,
character sheet.
I actually do have it on my character sheet. I forgot to take it off the list though. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, it's off.
As you guys are kind of settling your stuff, would you like to begin? I can start kind of describing this area where you're headed.
Sorry, one more time?
Just if you guys are ready, I'll start describing your arrival at the party and stuff.
I'm taking a quick look at this magic item. I want it or not.
All right.
Am I able to purchase a Mark of the Grinning Skull?
I don't even know what that is. Mark of the Grinning Skull.
Let me post it.
That sounds exciting.
I'll put it in Discord.
Okay. Yeah, drop the item. Shopping episode.
This was from the D20 Pathfinder SRD.
I would just check, make sure it's on Archive of Nethys as well, because that's like the official site.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes D20, the reason I use Archive is because it's like the sanctioned one, and it won't have like third-party stuff that doesn't really fit.
Now, fun fact,
appears-
it's
Oh wait,
not
no.
sanctioned.
This is Mask of the Skull, not Mask of the Grinning Skull.
It might be the same, because this is why I don't usually use D20, because they'll like change the names and stuff, because it's not technically the legal way to do it. So
Yeah,
they have to like avoid copyrights.
If you go to that link and then scroll down, it's on AON PRD or whatever.
Okay.
Fun fact: AON is not sanctioned at all either. It's also just straight up illegal.
No, it's not.
It's a scaling
It used to be,
method.
but they signed a deal with Paizo
Ah.
a
Well,
while ago now.
when did they? Yeah, I didn't know that. But
I mean, unless they had a
back
falling
in
out,
like
but I feel like I remember reading that article. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a very expensive item, so I think you could do that.
All right. So with that payday, I go from 25 gold to 2025, and then back down to 25.
That's a mood.
wait, what the fuck? That item is stupid. It's
Good.
it's a 2,000 gold item that you spend more money to craft than to buy it.
Well, it's because it's a scaling item.
Uh,
They are also like relics and stuff. They scale as well. In like War for the Ground, there's a few scaling items too.
yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, while you guys sort your final builds, let me get my.
I'm broke again.
So, you arrive at Aberian's Folly. This is the day of the party, which they've called the Cornucopia. The weather has turned bad, and dark clouds stain the sky. By the time the event draws near, it is raining. Conveniently, the mayor, as you guys are such distinguished guests, your invitations directed you to a nearby inn where he is like ferrying guests with carriages.
Oh, are we able to heal our ability damage?
Yeah,
With,
you had 3
heal
days,
checks
and you heal 1 a day. If you took
Okay.
more than that, you can make a heal check at night, and if you exceed 15, you heal 2 instead of 1. But I don't think any of you took more than 2.
No, I didn't.
So everyone should have their con back then, because we had 3 days off essentially.
Um,
Oh, hold on. Let me roll my disguise check for the day. Sorry, forgot.
no rush
I don't-
for you, Ben. But could you, for my token, could you make the blue icon match my AC on my character sheet?
The blue icon match your
So
AC.
like,
Oh,
you know how green is health? Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. I think I can do
Thank
that once you
you.
guys drop in. Here, I'm going to switch you guys over to the map in a second, and then once you drop your tokens, we can adjust that.
Cool.
All right.
Appreciate it.
So, as you guys arrive under under like this rainstorm in the carriage, you guys are brought under an awning that runs the whole length of a red carpet into the house. A corpulent building of iron and stone looms over its neighbors in southern West Crown. The mayor's abode is anything but subtle. This is no mere house, but rather a bloated near castle of ochre and black, a huge manor with rusting gargoyles dancing upon its gables, among hooks and nails to prevent the birds from settling. Iron gutters vomit rainwater onto the cobbled streets below, but bright lights burn fierce in every window, while plumes of smoke boil up from nearly 24 chimneys. They promise an interior as warm and welcome as the exterior is cold and forbidding. Carriages arrive, belching forth their well-dressed patrons at the end of a long canvas-topped walkway extending from the manor's grounds front gates to the villa's front doors, offering new arrivals protection from the rain on the short trip to the Cornucopia. And let's get our dinner party stuff going on. All right. As you are arrived, you're met by the servants who are a little bit rain-soaked, but they offer to take your coats, ask if you need anything. And At this point, you run into one Crosail Simon Razdovane, the major domo of this house. She's in kind of charge of the household. As you arrive, she coughs and announces, "Ahem. May I present the players from the 6 trials of Larazod. The actors and actresses, Akio, Acro, Susan, Zakana, and Cal Seneca." And everyone gives you a polite round of applause. So let's move over to Abrian's Folly.
Sounds like we're missing Thessing. Oh no.
Good. I hope his still burns for what he did.
So you guys can kind of put yourself wherever you want in the main banquet chamber. The mayor is over the table. There are various NPC tokens that are visible because there are certain people that you can talk to. More will be added, and some don't have an actual token, but you can still talk to as well. Now, the instructions that were given by the Pathfinder were that this banquet is going to get very messy very quick. There are, in fact, several phrases to the banquet, or phases, excuse me, each hour being a different part of the feast. Throughout all of this, you'll be able to talk to pretty much whatever NPCs you would like. This will kind of be using a simplified version of the social combat system, as this was designed before they had fully implemented that for Pathfinder. So, with the first course, at 7 o'clock sharp, is the Feast of the Gluttonous Wolf. This course consists of beef marrow fritters, boiled side of axbeak, loach flavored with spices and sage, eels and jelly, and smoked fillet of giant gar set in a jellied aspic. All of these exceptionally rich and expensive dishes are wheeled out for everyone to enjoy as the servants pass them around. So everybody give me a perception check as you kind of get a vibe for the different people who have arrived at this party. Alright, so you guys are going to see a whole bunch of people in the various rooms. Okay, check. Bear with me, social combat always takes a bit longer. Alright. So, you all see a variety of people that are kind of, shall we say, having the party center on them. And I am missing one. Ah, there's your token. Okay. So some of them you immediately recognize. They are your fellows in the play. We have Owl Moxa, the older opera singer. Of course, we have Cal Seneca, who has been seeing Akio on the side. Robal, the play director, is up top in one of the gardens. But you do not see Thessing anywhere.
I wonder.
You see some other people. One, you do recognize the mayor. He's over here. Give me a knowledge local check if you have it to try to suss out some of the other big players who are at the party. All right, not nat 20, but 20, 25. All right, so let's kind of start from the top and move our way down. We'll make these pictures a bit bigger so you all can view them. First up is Airtine Oberigo. Now, Airtine Oberigo is from the Oberigo noble family. He is essentially a very well-off aristocrat within this city. With those checks, you also know that he is very much a traditionalist. He holds to good values. He is also a bit of a wheeler and dealer among the aristocracy. So take with that what you will. All of these people, except maybe your fellow actors, have the potential to have gossip, which you guys can gain while you wait for the party to get drunk. Next up over here, in the high headdress, her hair is kind of piled up in all these silver clasps. Once again, this is the major domo who introduced you all as you entered, Crosail Razdevane. She is kind of in charge of the mayor's household, all his servants, his schedule, everything like that. Next up, apart from Cal Seneca and the older opera singer, you guys have Saskar Talernos. She is another member of the aristocracy. With those checks, she is a bit more secretive than the rest. However, you guys did roll very well. You know that she is very much into parties. She's wearing a lot of makeup right now. She has, like, all of her hair has been dyed silver and is up in this elaborate headpiece. She also fancies herself a connoisseur of fine wine. Although, rumor has it, Akio and Zakana, that she is a bit of a gossip when she gets drunk. Uh-huh. Finally, near the bottom, you have General Vorn. That is this kind of crew-cut man over in a side room with a fountain. What did you do? Whoa. Jumped up to a different spot. General Vorn is a grizzled, mean-looking, middle-aged man with neatly trimmed black hair and a mustache. He looks rather stiff and kind of looks out of place in this party. He's wearing, like, black ceremonial leather armor. And unlike the rest of the people who have dressed up, he is wearing his military uniform that proclaims him as a high-ranking member of the Chelish Navy. And there's actually one more who does not technically have a token, but you do see another noblewoman who you do not recognize over by the bushes in the lower room. So basically each round of this dinner, everyone is going to have one social combat round. So let us roll. Give me 1 second to clear the initiative order. But then you guys can roll into initiative and we'll decide who you want to chat up with this party. Or even if that's what you want to do. Perhaps you want to sneak around for some espionage. Keep in mind, they are not drunk yet, though.
But I have never mind.
Okay. I was gonna say, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke, but too
Where's
soon.
where's the woman by the bushes?
She doesn't have a token.
Yeah.
Which bush?
The one
Can
over
I-
here, I'm just gonna put just so you guys can see, like, where she is. I'm just gonna put, like, a default noble on there.
Sure.
Can I start off with a bell?
Well, let's wait till everyone rolls into initiative first, because we only have two.
Oh,
now.
initiative.
Okay.
All right, and then we just
I didn't
need
click mine.
Zakana.
Help me put mine in.
Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'm adding yours in now. So Zakana, you're gonna be up first. How would you like to start this dinner?
Yeah, I'll just approach the noble there and ask her, just ask her what's going on.
And who might you be? You're one of those actors from the play, aren't you?
Exactly. What's the wizard?
Oh, of course, of course. I heard you did quite a good job.
Yeah, the one who just jumped out of the beast's mouth and when everyone else was stumbling in there, remember?
That was very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
So give
What's
me
your
a...
name?
Oh, my name is Shamedy Drovenge. Since this was before there was really different ways to discover weaknesses in social combat, anyone as like your free action when you start this round, you can make a sense motive check on them to see some of their info. She seems to just kind of be like a typical noble here for the party. You kind of recognize the Drovenge nobility name, but they're like minor nobles.
Right. Would a knowledge local help? Oh, I already did that. Hey.
You already did that one, yeah.
Social grapple her.
Sorry?
Use your social grapple skill, dude. Come on.
He's making a joke from Monday's game.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Does she want to say anything to me or?
Yeah, she's just like, so, what are your plans for the evening at the party?
Just to meet people, get around. And you look like someone who looks pretty interesting. Just wanted to know what you're here for.
Give me a diplomacy check.
Oh man, the character wasn't built for this.
Yeah, you haven't discovered any weaknesses she might have.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I'm gonna go get a drink, but if you want to talk more later, I would be amenable to that.
Sure. All right.
All right, that brings us to Akio.
I'm gonna go talk to my hot date.
Akio, I assume that's you. They announced you when you came in, but you always look different.
Yeah, well, I could be whatever you want me to be.
Your angle or your double.
She like,
You,
Akio?
Akio's simping all over the place.
And I'm just gonna talk to her.
She laughs. Do you ask her anything, or you're just kind of hanging out with her?
I'm just hanging out. Does she have anything to say?
Well, she's just like giggling at what you said right then. She's like, so are you excited to be the mayor's house? This is all... I mean, look, he's even got like a creek in his house. This is crazy. I've never been in a mansion like this.
It's the nicest place I've ever been, that's for sure.
Me too.
Yeah. Have you seen Dessing?
No. I haven't seen him since the performance, but honestly, good riddance. He was kind of creepy, you know?
Yeah, I can't believe that he used to get just drunk in the middle of the day and like
I
cause a
know.
ruckus.
I
That was
heard
ridiculous.
that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I saw it.
You saw that happen?
Yeah, no, he's just making a fool of himself. It
Was
crazy.
he like a mean drunk?
Yeah, no, he like actually he punched somebody and then ran.
Man, I mean,
Like
I'm not
sucker
surprised he's
punch
hiding his face. The mayor probably wouldn't want that kind of drama here.
Yeah. I hear these parties get pretty wild though.
That's what I heard too. Honestly, I'm just like really looking forward to the Ambrosial Serpents round. I think we're gonna really kind of get. I've heard that the food is like drugged.
It's exciting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't usually indulge in that, but win in Cheliax, right?
Definitely.
All right, you hang out with Calcenica. She tells you about like how she's eager for the party to like kick off, and how
Yeah,
you guys
feed.
just discuss how Thessing is just a fucking creep.
Even though the stuff we're talking about, I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She like that. What you have done is like fully just been solidified as like. That's just like the rumor these days. Like, people believe that now.
Yeah. That's good. Fuck that guy.
God damn it. All right. Just so you know, there is a crazy amount of rooms in this mansion. So if you guys sneak away, it'll be more efficient for you guys to just tell me, like, once you get to a room, to describe that room rather than just describe everything as we go, because it's a huge mansion.
Yeah.
So,
do we have like free roam or?
At the moment, no. He expects people to stay in kind of these rooms, and also like the creek area. People can like hang out by the riverbank. There's like a few like drunk courtiers like throwing rocks in there.
Okay.
But you don't have free run of the mansion.
Okay.
At least you're not supposed to. Susan, what are you doing?
Yeah.
The Honorable Paladin.
Susan is gonna go talk to the mayor because why not?
Because why not? Straight to the big guns. All right. All right, so you head over to the mayor, the guy with the wine goblet, just yonder. This, of course, is Lord Mayor Abarian Arvanxi. Abarian is a rotund, balding man with a quick and somewhat too wide smile. He wears the West Crown colors in his elegant suit, along with a cloak of white winter wolf fur. Go ahead and give me a sense motive check on him.
No.
With an actual bonus that you get because you're an actor, that is going to be enough to realize that he is a sucker for performers. Since he knows that you are a performer that he watched, you're going to get a +2 on bluff, diplomacy, or perform checks that you might make against him.
Oh, that's handy. Okay, cool.
You there, Susan, the actor, right? I saw your play. It's quite wonderful indeed.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really felt connected to my character.
Immense. You know, I thought you were maybe the best actor up on that stage.
Oh no, not. It was a group effort. We all did our.
And humble. Truly the mark of a gentleman. Now, I'm still amazed you all survived that so well. Well, it is an honor to have you in my home, sir. An absolute honor. What can I do for you at this party? Are you have enough refreshments? Please talk to my major domo if you need anything.
Oh, yes, I enjoy my juice. I don't drink wine, but my juice is very pleasant. I just wanted to say thank you for the invitation to your home.
Of course, and no drinks at all. We have fine Chelish vintages. Even if you ask, I could send her down to the basement. I have a few elven bottles from Kyonin, quite special.
You have elven juice?
Well, elven wine.
Oh. Yeah, I don't drink alcohol.
Oh, come now. What is wine if not adult juice?
Can I hear them talking about how you think Susan was the best actor?
Perception.
You got an 18. I'm gonna roll basically just a flat luck check on my side. Because this is a party. Like there are these people you can see, but it's also just like full of like hundreds of guests.
Yeah.
You can tell they're talking about the play, but I don't think you get an exact snippet.
Oh man. I'm gonna go fucking confront him.
All right, well, wait till he finishes his
Eric.
social round, then you can jump in.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna wait. That's happening.
Noted. Well, as he tries to ply you with alcohol, are you trying to ask anything of him? What would you like to say to the mayor? And then we can determine what kind of check you'll make to influence him.
So, I'm curious. Do you know much about? I mean, obviously you're the mayor, so you hear the ins and outs of the things going on in the city.
Of course.
The Thieves Guild that has been plaguing the citizenship. Do you know where the guard is on locating them and perhaps stamping them out of our city?
Ooh, that's a touchy subject. Give me a diplomacy check, but you get the +2 because you're an actor who's performed for him.
Can I perform instead because it's a better role for me?
Yeah, you can make a perform check on him because of that situation, because you're an actor.
Dude, perform him into the fucking ground.
I don't get my temporary bonuses now.
No, those are gone with the play.
That +2.
Okay. Mayor Arvanxi is like, look, the Thieves Guild, it will be dealt with by the gods. All I can tell you is that gossip is that there is, an increasing amount of instability within the council, and hopefully they'll fall apart on their own. But no, the guards have not captured anyone as of yet. They always seem to slip away like little gremlins.
That's unfortunate. Well,
Are you a caster?
I'm here in the city. Am I? I can do a parlor trick or two.
Well, just the talk of gremlins reminded me. There's been a lot of glitches in my house lately. You know, most of it is enchanted to run, like hot water in the bathrooms, magic fireplaces, but they seem to be messed up lately. I was wondering if you could take a look into it for me, but if it's more of a parlor trick, don't worry about it.
Oh, I'd be happy to look it over. Hold on, I need to adjust something. And then Susan drops his pants down just a little bit too low, so that when he digs underneath a sink to check the hot water, he has full-on plumber's crack going. Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Well, he's like, all right. We'll check it out in a minute. But so for those are all your actions for your social round. Acro. You see him adjusting his pants lower, worried that you might get some plumber's crack in your face. You hurry over to the mayor. If you still want to go there, if you change your mind, up to you.
Well, first, who was the guy in the top again? I forget.
Top one?
Yeah, sort of next
that
to
was Ayrton Oberigo. He is a noble. He's also one that's like a wheeler and dealer, like if you played Mass Effect, like a shadow broker type of person. You know, like he's like he trades in information.
Okay, and guide. Okay, I think I'll probably. Well, what I want to do first is I'm gonna cast see invisibility on myself.
Okay. Yeah, social rounds are about like 10 minutes around, so you probably have time to activate that and still do something.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that, and then I think I'll talk to the gossip lady, and I'll start off.
Gossip lady? This is the one that's drunk and a gossip.
Oh, I thought it was the one in the green.
The one in the green. Yeah. Wait, that's your party mate.
That's
Akio.
me.
Is my roll 20 bugged? Because you were like pinging a space like that she wasn't at.
It must be desync. Sometimes that happens. I would just hit refresh.
Refresh.
Yeah.
Don't you dare start talking to me about fucking Grotus. I know you play.
Heard about.
I was so confused. He said that. I was like, does he mean Akio's green robes? Like,
whoa, what is? Okay.
Are you good? This is the gossip
She
one.
was like totally not there.
Oh, weird. Okay.
She was like right below Akio for me, and there's okay. We're
sorry. All is well now. This is Saskar Talernos, or Lady Talernos.
The really funny thing about that is I could totally see Akio changing at the party, and then Akro walking up and trying to convert her.
Yeah. Oh my god. Can you imagine what a nightmare Akio is at this party? Holy shit.
Yeah.
We've got to gather the party quickly. We got to break in. Which one is Akio? Okay. So, as you approach, she's like, "Oh, Mr. Akro, please come on over." You see, she's like swirling some wine.
I'll walk over.
All right, give me a sense motive check on her. As for like this is how you find their weaknesses and stuff.
Could I make her my study target before approaching?
Yeah, I mean you saw her from across the party. You definitely would have had time.
Wonderful. Okay.
She's gonna mistake it as you making eyes.
Damn.
That is enough. There. And hey, thank you, Corvo, for that follow. Appreciate you. You with that, you realize something drastically important about this woman. and that is her wine cup is almost empty. You think that if you were to bring her a new one, that you would get a +4 on bluff or diplomacy checks against her to learn her gossip.
Could I like just snatch a bottle off the table instead and walk?
Oh
walk
yeah,
it
there's like
over
waiters.
to
You
me?
probably just like snatch one off her waiter's tray and like bring it over to her.
That's what I'll do.
Hell yeah. Mr. Acro, is that for me? Thank you. She like just tosses the other glass behind her so it shatters on the wall and starts drinking this one.
Yes, I saw you were running a little low.
Well,
We can't have that at a party.
an actor and a gentleman, thank you. What can I do for you, darling?
Well, at first I wanted to know if you enjoyed our performance a few nights ago.
Oh, immensely! I will admit some of the best blood and gore I've seen in years at the plays. And somehow you all... You know, I was rooting for several of you to die, but in a way, it was weirdly more impressive that you all survived.
And sort of like nod my head as she's talking, and I'm like, yes, we all wanted to put on a play that will be remembered for a long time.
Of course, of
I'm
course.
glad we were able to entertain you. Speaking of entertainment, do you have any interesting tidbits that are floating around here at this party that you've heard?
Give me a diplomacy or a bluff check, because you're kind of, you know, not being super genuine with her about being interested. I'll allow either one.
So this is with the +4.
This
though?
is with the +4, yeah, because you brought her a new glass of wine.
30.
She is a lush, to be sure. Holy shit. So... Ooh, also, I forgot to give you XP for finding out about the malfunctioning manor. That is going to be 800 XP, as you charmed the mayor. You are about to get another 600 XP because you charm Lady Talernos into revealing her gossip.
So
Is that-
1,400 then?
1,000.
Is that everybody?
That is everybody, yeah. It's group XP.
So how much? 1,400.
Correct.
Yeah.
She kind of like grabs your lapel and like pulls you in. She's like, well, this is just the hottest of tea that waiting to be spilt. Now, there's a popular rumor going around that Arvanxi, the mayor, has a sick, deformed son. Can you believe it? And he's all too anxious to hide him. Although I'm sure that I hope the boy is all right, of course. But I heard that he lives in a secret room in the attic. You see, there's an older rumor. It's fallen out of circulation, darling, but one that arose during a gala a few years ago when a bunch of guests snuck up into the attic and Abrian had them all booted out of there. They thought he had a harem hidden up there, but apparently he flew into a rage such that hasn't been seen since, and ejected all of those visitors out of his attic for life. Isn't that crazy? He must have not wanted them to see his deformed son.
That is very spicy information.
Quite spicy, isn't it?
Yeah. I'll put out my feelers into the party, and I'll report back if I hear anything.
Roger that. Alright, so that is the first round of dinner done. This brings us to the second round of the cornucopia. The second course. The Worshipful Hog. This course consists of a nice roast peacock, thick broth with salty strips of warg flank. For those who don't know, wargs are like giant dire wolves, essentially. Fresh chul soup, served with Chelish black bread, and a roast dire boar of such size that it takes 12 servants to bring it into the garden ballroom. this point, people begin to eat with gusto and begin to get a bit more into their cups. Brings us back to the top of the order. Zakana, what would you like to do?
I was pretty distracted earlier just sorting my character out. What's the actual point of us being here again? Sorry.
You're good. So, somewhere in here, she thinks it's in a vault called like the Asmodean Knot or something, but that Pathfinder sent you in here to find a key item called the Chelish Crux, which has the information, plans, and list of wards that have been placed on the Pathfinder Society Lodge in West Crown, which has long since been abandoned. You guys are trying to get into that lodge, but you need these keys to get in there because you think that there's a clue to the Shadow Beast problem within the lodge.
Right. And we're in the we're just in the main room here, or are there more rooms to explore?
At the moment, you guys are relegated to these rooms. You're not supposed to be exploring the rest of the manor, although you expect people are going to get very drunk at this party, as they usually do. For now, you guys are kind of just gathering information, gathering gossip from the local nobility, and a few key players.
All right, cool.
Also, I see DJ has redeemed one of our things here. It's a magical surge. Has anyone even used magic? You use see invisibility, right, Acro?
Yeah, I have it. I cast it before I went talking to her.
All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna have some extra magic surge through the point system, and that is entirely not a D10. What am I doing? There's my other D10. There she blows. Ooh, baby, that's actually very cool. All right. Acro, as you cast the spell, there's a lot of animals that come to such a feast as this. In this case, there is a wee little white mouse on the table. Your magic sparked a bit out of control, and as you are kind of readying yourself for your next social round, the mouse runs up to you, up your arm to your shoulder, and says, "Hey, what's going on? I can think now. Did you do this?"
Oh no.
I look down. I turn my head and look at my shoulder, and Acro, he's a little bit confused, and he's like, I guess I must have.
Yeah, somehow I feel as smart as one of you tall folk now. Do you think we could be friends?
Yeah, I figure we can.
Awesome! Here, I'm just gonna snuggle right down into your little pocket here, okay? He's like kind of makes like little mouse noises and kind of crawls into your chest pocket. So
I need whoever is our fifth party member to become an awakened mouse.
yeah, basically, that was a 2% chance that a random nearby animal or plant would be awakened.
Alright.
Yeah, so he's like, so people like have names, right? That's a thing. Do you have a name?
Yes, I'm Acro, but don't tell anyone that.
Okay. Is that a secret? I won't tell a soul.
Yes.
Do I have a name?
I will give you a name. Hold tight. Let me think of a good one.
All right. Just like snuggles back into your pocket. Okay, Zakana, what do you want to do with your first social, or your second social round? Do you want to keep talking to the same noblewoman, or like switch it up? You got the general in that room. You got some other people. What do you think? Zakana?
Sorry, I was muted. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I was just talking to myself. um, so we're trying. The objective is to try to find clues to the keys. Would our previous cast members be anything helpful at all?
They might have some gossip. You could try.
Gossip. Yeah. Nah, I'll go to the general. Yeah.
All right. As always, as this is kind of the old-fashioned version of this, give me a sense motive check on him.
Sense motive, please work this time.
Let's see. General. Okay. You think this man is going to be hard to please. However, the general is a sucker for like war talk. So using any like knowledge history or profession sailor, even knowledge nature to discuss like naval tactics and battles would get him to warm up considerably, giving you a +4 bonus to interact with him.
So it's knowledge, nature, knowledge.
Nature, history, or profession sailor.
Got none of them.
Then you can still just try to diplomacy him like normal.
Okay. Well,
Yes, what is it? I have little time for peasant actors whose claim to fame is surviving a play. Out with it. What do you need?
just thought you looked. I just thought you looked like a man of character. Reminded me of some people I used to know. I respected a lot.
Give me a bluff check. I assume you're lying to him.
Not really, but yeah, sure.
If you're not lying, you can do diplomacy.
Diplomacy and bluff's the same to me anyway.
Fair enough.
Yep, not.
He's like, yes, well, to me, you might as well just be a waiter. Why don't you go along and bring me some cheese and crackers or whatever? And he kind of turns away and goes to talk to some other guests.
Well, he does that. Why not, hey?
Well, then, that would be a nat 20 sleight of hand.
Uh-huh.
And he does not spot you. What the fuck is he? Alright.
Get me something. I need money. I'm broke again.
Give me a D100, and we will see what exactly... Because he is actually a... I'll tell you right now, he's level 15. So he might have some shit on him.
Ooh.
Wow.
Okay. Not wanting to be ever caught unawares, he's a military man, and a wealthy military man at that. He is the commander of the Gem Crown Bay Imperial Fleet, which you can tell because that label is stamped property of the Gem Crown Bay Imperial Fleet on a bottle of... It's kind of like a silver-capped vial of healing liquid. This is a potion of cure critical wounds.
Ooh. When it's in a silver vial.
Yeah, so that is a 4d8 plus like 7, I believe.
Awesome.
Well, we didn't get the information from him, but that's good.
I got something from him.
All right, in that case, let's move on to Akio. Akio, do you want to keep spending the round with your pseudo-girlfriend, or do you want to talk to a different one person?
I want to go confront the guy that was talking shit about my acting. Hold on.
Well, the one all the way over here, you probably... I would give me a perception check, because, again, this is a lively party. It'll be hard to hear that he said that.
I'm talking about the mayor.
Yeah, mayor.
Give me a second. My roll 20 fucked up.
You're all good.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up and introduce myself. Like, hello, my name is Akio.
Nico Montoya.
You killed my
Yeah,
father.
you killed my father, prepare to die.
Oh, look, you guys are getting social flanking. Just kidding, it's not a
Oh,
fucking-
hold on.
It's not a thing.
Social thing.
Oh, Akio, the one who... I heard you used illusion spells to play Larazod. Is that true?
Yeah.
It must be.
Yep.
You don't look the same at all.
Nope. I'm a master of disguise, and I can if you have like a private room, I could do like a parlor trick and change back into Larazad if you'd want.
Give me a diplomacy check as you try to lure the mayor into a private room.
Oh no! I meant for me, so that nobody else can see.
He's like, why don't you just pop into the gardens over there? I can't see the gardens.
No, I don't. Nobody can see. It's a very private.
All right, he calls over his major domo and tells her to let you in this little side hallway for a second.
Okay.
I lean over and I stage whisper to the mayor. Full disclosure, it's kind of gross.
He's like, oh my, disturbing. So you enter this little hallway that kind of runs behind the banquet. Do your thing. What are you changing into?
Larazad.
All right, you change back into Larazad form. Looks to be the spitting image of how you portrayed him 3 nights ago.
Mm-hmm.
God, my hand's asleep, and I cannot get it to be unasleep, and I do not like it.
You should just ask you to wake up.
Oh, God. Okay.
You should just.
He's like,
simply
well, you were right. That was quite impressive. I'm glad I didn't have to see the gross bit, though.
Yeah. I will say that this is it's a little uncomfortable. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm about 2.5 feet taller. Or not 2.5 feet taller, like 1.5 feet taller than I normally am, and it feels weird.
I can see why that would feel a bit odd.
Yeah. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna go change back.
Okay.
I'm gonna go back and change.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do it again because it's a fucking standard action.
You come out after a little bit. He's like, it took you a little longer that time. Are you all right?
Accidents happen.
Well, you are quite a bit more fetching this way, if you don't mind me saying.
I know. That's why I prefer this form. And then I'm just gonna, can I roll to like social grapple him or?
What are you trying to ask him? What are you trying to get out of him, I should say?
I'm just, curious. Are we going to be in the dining room all night, or are we gonna be?
Oh yes, 4 more courses. I kind of went
4 more
southern on that last one. Courses.
And then I'm gonna bring up the ambrosia course and ask when that is because I've heard about it.
Okay. You don't need to check that. He's eager to talk about it. He's like, oh, that'll be at 11 o'clock. There's still 2 more other courses before that one. Now, it's... Can you keep a secret?
Yeah.
Okay, the key is that it involves the guests eating live serpents. But here's the kicker. The live serpents have been stuffing themselves on mice that have in turn been eating mind-altering substances for days and have saturated themselves with drugs. So you bite the snake, you get some of the mouse drugs, and everyone has a good time.
Oh, I'm excited.
As am I.
I heard that, right? I'm right there.
Oh, you're right next to him, yeah.
All right, cool.
To any sane person, that is, like, awful. Like, what? You were probably disgusted, if you have sense. I would not want to
He's a paladin, so he's immune to trucks.
Wait,
Or like the
No.
mice are doing good? What?
I'm immune to drugs. I'm immune to poisons.
What's
You're
the
immune to,
connection
like, the
between the
downside
mouse and the
drug, right?
drugs?
Okay, so, like, picture, like, they got a whole bunch of mice, right?
Right.
They get the mice high as fuck on drugs for days.
Okay.
Then the snakes eat the mice, thereby the drugs seep into the snake system, and then you guys get the privilege of eating those snakes while they're still alive.
Oh.
And that in turn gets you like mega high. Really, it's a whole fucked up, way too elaborate thing that like only the aristocracy would ever do. Like,
Yeah, that sounds like something rich people would do.
like it's like normally you would just like, look, why wouldn't you just take the drug? Like, why would you go through all this effort?
Yeah, that's actually definitely what Akio was thinking when he was describing it. She's like, we just normally like take drugs, but she's not gonna say anything because that's rude, and she's also definitely not gonna eat any fucking snakes. If that's the end of my turn, I'm gonna move back to Calisthenics.
That was a hell of a turn. All right, Susan, you watched that debacle. What are you gonna do?
It's been really nice talking with you, Mayor. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Have a good day.
I'm just gonna go. All right, where would you like to head next?
Talking to Robert. But prior to talking to Robert, I'm going to Detective Robert.
He is not evil.
I know I like him.
He's just a lawful neutral asshole.
Robert, do you have a moment?
For one of the people who helped make my show possible, I do.
I'm looking around and I wanted to apologize to Thessing for breaking his face like I did. Do you happen to know where he might be?
He rolls his eyes. He's just like, ugh. He is, I assume, getting drunk in a bar as he's been wont to do lately. He didn't even accept his payment. He just stormed out of the theater.
Akio, like, it just for some reason feels the urge to giggle. Just,
You feel it in the air, and you begin giggling.
The disturbance in the force.
Yeah, just him. People talking shit about him.
As if a great many pranks cried out at once. He was like, "Good riddance, I say. It was you and your friends who stole the show."
Well, we do what we can, of course, and I am only a small part of behind the skill of my friends.
And humble to boot. You don't have to be humble. You were amazing up there.
Well, it does come in the blood,
Oh? Does it now?
My mother was an actress.
Ah, but of course, that explains it. Your skill. Well, I suppose it is hereditary after all.
Well, that's unfortunate you don't know where Thessing is. I was hoping to apologize. Oh well.
Well, he does. I mean, he
what
does
do you
frequent.
Make of this drug course about to be passed out?
The drug course, the ambrosia course. It's. I assumed it was probably like some pies with maybe like they would serve a nice pesh in a hookah.
No, it's snakes that have eaten mice that have eaten drugs, hallucinogenic drugs of some kind.
Are the snakes well seasoned?
I was not in the kitchen. I do not know.
Well, I mean, when you're in a place as extravagant as this, why not?
Okay. I to each their own. I don't participate in those kinds of activities, but
That's up to you,
wish
but
you a good time.
we're here for a celebration, don't you know?
And I'm celebrating. I have my juice. I'm having a good time. I'm talking to a wonderful director.
Well, I appreciate the flattery.
Is it really flattery if it's true?
Are you being sincere or are you bluffing to him?
No, I'm being sincere.
Give me a diplomacy check.
I really should stop closing my character.
It's okay, I do that all whenever I'm a player. I like literally constantly close the character sheet by accident. Well, you did actually already have the friendship. You received his friendship during the run up to the play, so that's gonna be enough. He's just like, you're a good person, Susan, and I don't say that to everyone. I'll let you in on a little juicy something I heard, if you're interested.
Susan leans in conspiratorially.
Well, a lot of people know that the mayor's house has all these, like, magical enhancements, right? He's got warm running water, automatic fireplaces, he can dim the lights with a word. But it's not a bunch of individual enchantments that do that. Word is, he has bound a devil to the house, which powers the magic. Isn't that just crazy?
What? Actually, Susan gets a little upset at hearing that, actually. Really?
Yes, isn't that wild? I mean, of course, power to House Thrune, long live Her Magistrix Abigail II, and all that. But having a devil responsible for my bathwater, it seems rather uncouth.
Dangerous?
That's another word for it, yes. But if the devil binders of the Queen can manage it, I suppose a mayor could. Or at least he could pay someone capable enough.
Quick rules question. Detect evil, that's only things I can see? Or is it a sense, 60-foot radius?
It is a sense in 60 feet. It's a 60-foot
Cool.
cone, I believe.
Oh, yeah, I'll also be detecting evil, I guess.
I am wide open.
Guys start scanning the room.
Huh.
Okay.
All right. If you were to do something as insane as what you just mentioned yourself, would you do that in the attic or the basement?
I don't know. The mayor's house is enormous. I guess. I guess maybe the attic. That's got kind of a spooky vibe.
Okay. All right. Well, that's be careful with the snakes, right? I don't want you to do something silly and compromise your dignity.
Well, do you know how to get up to the attic?
I'm assuming there's stairs somewhere.
Yes, I don't know which stairs. There's lots of stairs, though. I don't know what leads to the second floor, and what leads to the attic.
There's only one set of stairs that leads to the attic?
Maybe, I don't know. With that, we're going to switch over to Acro. As you've done some checks here. Acro, what are you going to do?
Well, first I'm gonna walk off like a little bit away from her, and then I'm gonna sort of like tap my pocket to call for the mouse friend.
Hey!
You
tap for me?
Yes, I think I have a name for you.
Sure!
Your name will be Lab Rad.
Lab Rad? That's a good name!
Yes. Because, out of character, if they're giving these mice drugs, it sounds like he's a lab rat, but since he can talk, he's super radical and awesome, so he's Lab Rat.
If only it was a snake that awakened.
He's like Batty from Ferngullet.
He's like, hey, do you, you know, I don't know what it's called, but my friends ate a bunch of this crazy stuff, and they had a good time. Do you want to go find some of that?
Yeah, let's go. I think
Brad?
we're here for some crazy stuff anyways.
Oh, boy.
Which way?
He's Mickey Mouse.
This is the most fucked up Disney show I've ever seen.
He's like, you stay here, I'll run into the kitchens and get some. You wait, he comes back out. And you see that he is holding it looks like a little cake. And he's like, these were the special cakes. Do you want one?
Are your friends okay after eating this?
Well, I think all of them but me got eaten by snakes, but that seems to be an unrelated thing. You know, they say correlation does not imply causation.
Wise words from one so small. And I'll eat the cake.
That's only been capable of thought for 10 minutes.
All right, give me a fortitude save.
The smallest
Let's
rat.
go. Oh
Okay.
no!
You are now minorly addicted to flayleaf that was baked into this cake. You are high at this point as you consume this edible, and you take, for 1 hour, you have a +2 alchemical bonus on saves against mind-affecting effects, but you also take 1 wisdom damage.
Oh man.
You see he, like, eats the crumbs in your pocket, and he's like, oh, I get why the snakes caught them now.
Drugs are fun, kids.
You should have seen the
Well-
ones that were drinking that crazy green stuff.
Where's that? Where can we get it?
He's like, the bottle's too big for me. Here, I don't know how to describe it. It had these weird slashes on it. They were like scratched into the side of the bottle, and it smelled really strong. Give me a either just a straight in check or a craft alchemy or a knowledge arcana, I guess. Knowledge nature. If you have any of those. You listen to the description of the bottle and like the shape of the bottle and the like glyphs that were scratched into it. He's describing elven absinthe.
All right. You're gonna bring me there, and I'll get some for us.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me make sure I have the right room for the kitchens. That's gonna be. This fucking mansion's so goddamn big. Okay. He's like, all right. I'm gonna direct you. Go across the bridge over that big running water thing. And he brings you over here. He's like, and then take a right. And I guess you'll have to open it, but I just walked straight under this door over here.
Okay. So I'm gonna start making my way over to this like hallway.
All right, give me either a bluff check or a stealth check to see if the guards are just like, yeah, he's fine.
Oh, that's right.
What a fucking use of this turn. The guards don't even pay any attention to you.
Do I still have the circlet of persuasion, or did I give that back?
No, he gave it to you.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, 17 is correct.
All right, you open the door and they don't even stop you. Which brings you into a lively kitchen. There's multiple rooms to this kitchen, but this appears to be the one where they are prepping the most, like what is going to be the next round of meals, which is not the drug course, but one of them's like, "You, what are you doing in here? This is my kitchen."
What was the mayor's name?
Abrian of Arvanaxi.
Abrian. Okay. So
Or just Lord Mayor is like a thing.
Lord. Abrian, he asked me personally to go fetch a bottle of the Elven Absinthe. Where is it? He's waiting.
Give me a bluff check. Against the head chef. Who is it? He's like this, like 3 foot tall gnome with just like flaming red hair. Like literally his head looks on fire. And he got a nat 1. Well, what are you waiting for? Take the absinthe to him. The mayor does not want to be kept waiting.
Alright, I'm gonna go wherever, like, he pointed it out, and I'll snatch it off the
You
counter.
snatch this, like, curvy green bottle and take it with you. So that is a full bottle of Elven Absinthe. That's going to have 10 doses of Elven Absinthe in it.
Okay. I'm gonna take a swig, and then next round, I will be properly messed up to begin preaching.
Okay, give me another fortitude save.
Here we go.
You are moderately addicted to absinthe now. Basically, what those addiction levels mean is that if you don't consume these pair of drugs you're now addicted to each day, you take penalties.
Ah.
But every time you do, as in this case, go ahead and roll me a d4.
This is, how Acro becomes one of the crazed followers of Grotus.
Okay, for the next hour, you have 2 extra charisma.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and give me another d4. And you have 4 less con.
Oh, no!
Alright, as you get
Rise of the drunken
God damn it.
apostle.
As you start consuming Elven Absinthe and flayleaf laced cakes, let's go ahead and move on to Zakana, and this is going to be the next round of meals. So this is the 9 o'clock course. This is the Fat of the Land. This course consists of honey-roasted hogfish, venison, sturgeon, and lampreys in a hot sauce. In addition, a vast caravan of fruits, breads, olives, jars of pickles, stuffed peppers, figs, dates, and honeycombs is offered as well.
All right.
The party at this point is now starting to, like, pop off. I think I'm probably going to switch over to some crowded tavern ambience. Because people are getting raucous.
Sorry.
All right. That brings us to our next round of social combat, essentially. Go ahead, Zakana. What would you like to do?
All right. Can you hear me? Am I muted?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. Can I just take a quick look around with perception just to see what's going on?
Yeah, give me a perception check. You can see that it's about over now, but there was a large commotion between this man at the top, the information broker, and a few other nobles who kind of like threw their wine glasses at him, which he dodged. But there was a whole commotion surrounding him.
Huh. Can I get there in time though? I'm right across the room.
Yeah. Social rounds are like 10 minutes each. You can make you got a while.
All right, cool. I run over. I run over to him and grab his hand and run away, like pull him away from them.
Okay. He's interested. He goes with it. Where do you pull him over to?
I pull him over to just another corner, I guess, away from them. Where would the commotion, the other people be?
They kind of went over here on the back side of this room, so just anywhere in the main room would be away from them.
Yeah, I'll pull him over here then.
All right. He follows.
Alright.
Oh,
So basically, I pulled him away from that mess. Yeah.
hello.
You alright?
Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you for that intercession. Very timely.
Hey, yeah. Do you recognize me? I'm one of the cast members. I'm just wondering
Of
who you
course.
might be.
I wasn't at the play, but I've heard the tales. From all accounts, you all did exceptionally well with a very hard play. The name is Lord Ayrton Oberigo. You can call me Lord Oberigo.
What was the commotion about, Lord Overigo?
Ah, well, they were upset that certain rumors got out, but they really should have kept the information under check, lest someone with more means than them pay to take it.
Uh-huh. And I'm guessing those are quite, I guess, information of worth then.
Yes. You know, we haven't met before, but I'm something of an information dealer. I'd be willing to share what I know if you could bring me any information about any of these guests here that I could use.
So like a barter, like a trade?
Exactly.
I can tell you some things about nobody just yet, so probably would have to go talk to people, huh?
Yeah, but you could try to, like, diplomacy him, try to get him to give a freebie.
Yeah, I guess I'll diplomacy on the fact that, on the count that I pulled him away from that commotion there, you know?
Sure. Give me a diplomacy roll.
Let me see. Okay, never mind.
He's like, look, I appreciate it, but why don't you come back when you have some actionable information?
And that's my round again. Awesome.
All right. Well, now you know that he would tell you that he's like, look, I've got information about the manor, and, well, let's just say I know where
Actually,
hidden things are.
yeah. Actually, through all of this, do I see Acro getting drunk from the kitchens?
He like probably has just got back from the kitchen, so you're not positive yet that he is drunk.
But I could see him like holding the elven ale and everything. Hey.
Yeah, are you just carrying this bottle? I guess I should ask Acro, or are you like trying to hide it?
Oh yeah, I'm bringing it out. I'm looking for people to like give it to.
Oh,
and
you're
then
like
preach.
pouring it out for people? Hell yeah, okay. Yeah, you
Yeah.
would definitely see Acro like coming out with this like fancy
Acro
bottle
is
of alcohol.
ready to mingle.
Yeah. So I guess I'll tell what's this lord guy. You see that man over there? He's got some substances on him that they're pretty potent. And he's something of an apostle of a god or something. He's my fellow cast member, so
A drunk
yeah, I don't know if that
apostle,
information will be
that's something
useful.
You don't see every day.
Does that count for something?
I suppose I could use that information somehow. Tell you what, I'll give you a bit of a taste. Have you heard of something called the Asmodean Knot?
No, what is that?
And for you guys, you would know that is supposedly like the vault area where they're keeping the Chelish crux that you want.
Yep.
Ooh.
He's like, well, let me tell you. This manor has a few different sections, and it's a big manor, but the Asmodean Knot, where the mayor is said to have hidden several treasures, is not actually in the manor. Excuse me. Rather, it is a wholly contained pocket dimension, accessed from somewhere in this house.
So it technically is in the manor then, just because the gate dimension gate is in the manor.
Well, I suppose we could discuss planar theory, but in my mind, it's not part of the physical plane. Let's say that.
Right. Interesting. And would this gate have a lock on it, or like a spell, like something?
More than that, and you'll need to bring me more information than more than just a drunk apostle.
I see. Can I do an appraise on the silver flask thing I got from that dude?
The potion?
Yeah, the potion.
Yeah. Give me a price check.
Like how much would it cost and everything, right? I'm not sure. Appraise. There you go.
Potion of Cure critical, I believe, would be about 1,500, and with that flask, it's about 1,700.
That's a lot of money, dang. I don't know. Can we do meta discussions or not?
Nah, man. You can't metagame. You're on your own right now.
My own. Oh no.
But I will say with those checks and discussions, that was probably your turn, though. So if you want to on your next turn, you try to discuss with them. Let's go back to Akio. Akio, what are you doing over here? What's going on? Why are you sideways?
ADHD is the answer to that question.
I mean, that's fair.
I'm gonna go talk to this lady. I don't remember her name.
That is like, let me double check her name really quick. That is the major domo. She like runs his household. That is Crosail Simon Razdevane.
Okay, raspberries.
Razdevane, but yes.
I'm never gonna remember that name.
It's okay.
Sense motive, right?
Yep, sense motive. You see her tuck away a small book as you approach, and you realize that it is a book of poetry. She is very serious on the outside and tight-lipped, but she appears to have a weakness for poetry. So you could make a knowledge check, like a history check, any perform checks really, to try to figure out either some poetry or the names of some ancient poets, etc., etc.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna talk her up, be like, "Hey, how is it working for the mayor?"
It is an incredibly well-paying job.
Do you enjoy it, or?
For the most part, yes. As all higher-up jobs are, it can be stressful, but I assure you, I manage.
I can imagine. Did you make it to the play, or no?
Alas, no. I was preparing for this banquet. It took several weeks to prepare.
Yeah, understandable. You're doing an absolutely bang-up job so far.
Oh,
Food's been exquisite.
I appreciate that.
Me and my date over there on a point to the Calcenica.
Ah, yes, the young Calcenica, a rising star if ever there was one.
I've been having an absolutely wonderful time.
Well, I am glad to hear it.
Yeah, and then after that, I'm just gonna go back and chill with Calcenica again. Just accomplishing nothing. Feels great.
Okay, you walk away from her.
Yeah. If she has anything to say to me before I walk away, I'm gonna start walking away after I compliment.
She's just like, be careful of the drinks, especially the ambrosia course. It's quite potent.
Yeah. Thank you.
That brings us to Susan.
Alright, Susan is going to excuse himself from Robert.
Okay.
And find a corner and just detect evil for 3 rounds so he gets a solid sense of who, what, and strength.
Okay. So you just kind of post up in a corner?
Yep.
All right. Whose beat is mouse? All right. So,
I'm assuming it also goes up and down.
huh?
I'm assuming it also goes up and down.
Yeah. It's a cone, but there's only, I believe, it's like
I
3
don't
feet
think
of.
it's a cone. Well, not according to the description. I think it's just a radius.
Does it not say 60-foot cone? I swear that's what it said.
Range 60 foot. Cone shaped emanation. Yep, you're right.
Okay.
You're good.
Cool. Dude, I love me my paladins. I know my paladins. So 60 feet, and that wall over there is.
And in that case, he's pointing his cone up.
Oh, up?
Up.
Okay, hold on. I need to make some calculations here really quick. So I will say up above this room, you can see that like this room is tall and like open air courtyard-ish. But there are balconies up there. If you angle it to this side, to your right, you'd be looking at more rooms, or to the left, you'd be looking at more rooms.
I want to be looking at whatever direction is appropriate to see the tallest point of the highest portion of the house.
Okay. Hold on, I'm just trying to think three-dimensionally here. Give me one sec. Excellent use of the spell. Okay. So if it goes up that direction. Okay. You would aim it kind of upward at an angle this way. Oh, I realize they can't see that on the screen, but like this way. And you get like the faintest on like the edges of your senses. There is the faint tingle in the back of your mind of an evil object somewhere above you.
Okay. If it's at the very edge, I start walking forward to get it closer to range, and focus on it until I get strength.
Okay. Let's see how many feet above. $60 right?
Yep.
Okay. Give me 1 second to determine the exact strength. You are gonna detect an aura as you make it to like probably like this back wall right where the arrow is, looking almost straight up. And that is, let's see, aligned magic. Sorry, I'm just double checking the table to make sure I don't give you something way too powerful. Okay, you feel a moderate evil aura, and it doesn't feel like it's lingering. It feels like it is just there. You know, it wasn't something that disappeared.
It's fixed. It's not fading as time moves on. Cool.
No, and it doesn't seem to be like. I mean, you have 10 minutes to do this. It doesn't seem like it's moving around. It's not fading. Whatever it is like consistently giving off a moderate level of evil from somewhere in the highest point of the building.
Cool. After I spend my probably 4 total rounds doing that, I walk up back over to the mayor.
Oh, God.
Mayor, you
yes.
mentioned your house is not behaving appropriately, right? And all the enchantments are acting funny.
No, the enchantments are acting quite funny.
Right. I'm not really doing anything right now. Do you mind if I go take a look?
Just about the house?
Well, no. I mean, I'd start where you mentioned wherever you mentioned the source of your enchantments are. I'd start there and work my investigation outward.
Well, I mean, there isn't really a source. I have minor enchantments all over the palace. They're all over the mansion.
Oh, you don't have like one single place in the basement or a cupboard somewhere, maybe the attic.
Give me a sense motive check on him as he first says that.
I need help. Let's pray to Saren Ray that it's a high roll.
Okay. Or that he rolls low on bluff. All right, let's see what. You got lucky.
Woo!
He's lying. He's for sure lying. There is definitely a central source.
Oh, I already knew that. I just confirmed that with Robert. Robert told me that.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying like you've caught him in this lie.
Gotcha.
Ready your smite.
He's just like, you could
Smite
look
him.
around the palace with the escort of one of my guards if you would like. But not all of it is open to guests.
Obviously, and I would only ever walk in places where you personally have allowed me. So if you wouldn't mind, and your guard isn't busy.
Okay. He's like, sure. He waves over one of like the guards, like a pikeman. He's got this big old like two-handed weapon. He's like, all right, let's go. And he starts bringing you around a lot of the lower floor, including the kitchens, bedrooms, meeting rooms, things of that nature. As you start moving with him, let's just pick a room. I'm going to reveal a lot of the front half of the manor, which you're allowed to be in with the guard. So let me zoom out. You begin exploring all these rooms. So ping where you're at. Are you trying to like do anything to the guard? Are you like gonna try to like, I don't know, kill him or something while you're moving around?
No, I said I would only ever go where the guard had allows me to go, but the guard hasn't done anything to warrant his death, unless of course he pings my detect evil.
Okay. I want to say this will be your last thing for the round. Give me do you have knowledge geography or knowledge engineering?
I have knowledge nothing.
Okay, give me a straight int check then.
Oh, my poor intelligence. Okay.
Hey.
What?
Okay. You quickly realize that he brings you up to a few bedrooms upstairs, but on the whole, he hasn't brought you to any attic stairs. Additionally, he hasn't shown you any. You haven't even seen any stairs that could lead to a basement.
Okay, I would be keeping my detect evil just like going as I'm walking around. Does the guard emanate evil at all? Please say yes.
Let us... Okay. Some of them are. The guard is faintly emanating evil.
The guard is emanating evil. Haha, wonderful.
Oh,
Then Susan can smite evil guilt-free.
okay.
But you said that's the last bit of my round. Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that later or next round. Acro. You
Okay.
come back in the room
Apostle.
fucking drunk and high. What's your move here?
Two
I'm gonna
different
tap my
kinds of parties
pocket. Yeah,
are
I'm
going
gonna
on right now.
There's some very different
tap in my
vibes. in this
pocket
fucking-
to summon Labrad.
You summon? Oh, you tap your right. He's like,
Yeah,
hey,
like-
hey, what's up? Feeling
you,
pretty good.
Yeah. Do you know of any stairs going up?
I've pretty much just been between the kitchen and where I found you. I guess as a wee lad, I used to live outside in a dumpster.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah, that dumpster was my whole world.
Well,
Time flies, huh?
yeah, truly does. I guess we can look. I'm gonna actually go back into like the party, and I'm gonna look for like Sakana and Akio and like Susan, and I'm
Okay.
gonna
Akio, did you
sort of.
when you changed back? Did you change back into the form you had at the beginning of the party?
No. I would have changed into like if and hold on. Did Calcinica give me any preferences?
Um, no. She probably just like, at this point, it's just used to you changing randomly.
Okay, cool. Then I'm gonna change to something different. Like I came in probably as a blonde, and now I'm like a brunette. But I'm sitting with my date, so it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, I think you'd be able to probably suss it out considering he's right next to Cal Seneca. So you got Akio in a different form next to Cal Seneca. You got Zakana, who is talking with the power broker as you walked in. And you don't see Susan anywhere.
Okay, so I'm gonna like kind of just like walk up to like Sakana first and be like, "What's up? Like, what have we learned? What's our plan? Where's Susan? Is that Akio?"
Susan just walked past me somewhere into the house ahead. I've just been telling this good man about you. That's about it. Yeah. Nothing, I guess. I'm gonna find out more information soon, though. So we'll see what happens.
Great, great, great. Which way did Susan go?
Into the front rooms, back where you came from. You didn't see him? He must have passed you.
Oh no. I'm gonna go look for him. I'm gonna walk.
He had a gut with him though. So and you're right, kind of drunk there.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay.
I guess give me a D100 to see how accurately you're going to be able to track Susan here, because there's a lot of rooms in the front half of the manor. I'll say it's going to be a success.
And he's drunk as well.
And you're drunk. I don't think 58 you would luck into finding him.
Okay, I'm just like
I
trying
would-
to go upstairs. Like,
Trying to go
Yeah,
upstairs?
I would say I'll tell you to ask the mayor because Susan came from the mayor, so the mayor would know.
Acro looks down at the bottom of his hand. He's like,
If you have the mayor who
no.
you lied about getting that for.
I'm just gonna look for him myself. No one will stop me. I got into the kitchen. I should be able to get into some rooms.
With the charisma boost.
You just try to swagger into the rest of the house. Give me a bluff or a stealth check to try to like brazen your way through or sneak your way through. You start wandering toward these stairs to go up to the bedrooms, and the guard's like, "All right, hold on, sir. Go back to the party, please."
Listen, I was relieving myself, and I was supposed to be with my friend and one of you guys.
Like,
And
why don't
they told
why don't
me-
I bring you to one of the privies?
Me. No, I'm already done with that.
Okay.
Listen,
well,
I told them to go ahead and I would catch up.
Mhm.
Didn't you see them walk by? I'm supposed to meet them up there. What's your name? Who are you? I'll have you fired.
I'm Haverston, sir.
Well, Taverston, since you're a
No,
nobody,
Haverston.
you weren't at. Oh, Haverston?
Yeah.
Haverston.
It's
Well, I'm
funny
gonna
that
call
you
him Haverston.
misheard it while you were
Yeah.
drunk.
Well, Taverston, because you're a nobody,
Uh-huh.
you weren't at the play. You wouldn't know I was the torturer. I will flay you alive if you don't let me up those stairs.
Give me an intimidate check.
That's
I'm
what
gonna make
he's
this
looking
DC
for.
harder because you are drunk and high.
Yeah, no, but that's his forte.
Yeah, him doing intimidate is like me doing disguise. It just works.
Just he's like, all right, look, sir, just this isn't worth my time. If you want to go find a bedroom to lay down or whatever you're doing upstairs. Be my guest.
That's right. Know your place, Taverston.
Wait, did you say his name correctly that time?
No, he still says Haverston.
Nope.
No.
As he walks
Okay.
by, he's just like, it's Haverston. Okay, so you brazen your way upstairs. Hold on, I'm gonna drag your token. We're gonna have to zoom out a bit here. I'm gonna start revealing stuff upstairs as, actually Susan would have seen some of this too.
Ooh.
So you are up here, Acro. Whoops, that was the wrong button. There you are. You can see what I meant by it's easier if you just pick a room and I can describe it once you want to know. That's basically just the overlooking
Yeah.
balcony area. There's a lot of fucking rooms. Any dungeon
How
where the
tall is this building?
letters start exceeding 40 is a big building. Or I guess not even a dungeon building.
When we came into the into the mansion, how tall was this building? Did we see?
To like the tip of like the attic roof, probably some like 80 feet from ground to attic roof.
Whoa.
Oh yeah, I mean this is like a veritable palace. This is like a very rich building.
Yeah. Talk about mayor, alright. More like a king.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh yeah, look at this meal. This guy is clearly like living a very opulent lifestyle. Do you want to try to like? Are you looking for anything upstairs? I think you still have like probably like one last action here.
Basically, I'm just opening doors, peeking my head in, and if I don't see Susan or like the guard,
Okay.
then I'm just gonna leave it open and just go to the next one.
All right. So you start wandering around upstairs. This is temporarily downstairs, which brings us back to Zakana. Who
Awesome.
I believe. Yeah. What do you want to do? You're still by the information broker currently.
Yeah, I'll tell the information broker. I'll come back with information then.
Can't wait.
Hang around and don't get into another commotion.
I'll do my best.
All right. So I head back to Mr. Naval guy over here.
Hello.
Hello. I think you might have dropped this on the ground earlier. Was this yours? It looked like when you left, you might have.
Ooh, give me a bluff check. That's good though. That's good thinking.
Would I have to be bluffing? Oh, I have it though. Okay.
I mean, he didn't drop it. You stole it out of his pocket. I would call that a bluff.
Oh man. Ay ay ay.
It's okay.
Oh,
It's only
God.
a 7 against a level 15. It's the fucking like 5th nat 1 I've rolled for the NPCs tonight. Oh, well,
He used it.
this is quite embarrassing. Thank you. I'll here. He like tucks it into like a more secure jacket pocket, like under his leather armor. Well, I owe you one. That's a good potion.
That's okay. It's no biggie. How about we just get to know each other? Tell me more about yourself. I've always been interested in military.
All right. Give me a diplomacy check. It's gonna be with a +10. 14. And you
I
did
have to go
mention
now,
military,
actually.
which automatically adds some stuff. 15.
I have to go.
Okay.
So thank you for the session. It was really fun.
No worries. We'll probably wrap it up after I give him this last piece of information. Do you want to stay for like 30 seconds? He's got to drop his gossip.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine.
All right. He's like, look, you seem a good enough fellow, and I admit I've had a few glasses of wine. Do you want to know why I really don't like the party here? It's because of what Abrian's got going on. Abrian's Folly, this building. Well, House Thrune gave it to him, gave his family this as a gift. The manor is full of extravagances, such as hot water, self-lighting candles. Do you know what they use to power it, the arrogant fools? They could merely have conjured a bearded devil or a bone devil. No. Instead, they have conjured a pit fiend that has been bound below Abrian's Folly deep in the earth for nigh on 50 years.
and you still come to this party into this building.
Indeed, I did. And with that, we will leave it on a cliffhanger there. Just ending about 10 minutes early. That was an awesome session, guys. Like a little bit of a role play sesh. And I know next week is Thanksgiving, so we'll discuss in the Discord if anyone has any like differing plans and stuff. I know it's up in the air. I'm probably
I
just gonna...
100% can make it. So
I already
no
said I
Thanksgiving
cannot.
here.
Oh yeah, you did say Canada. All right, well, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna probably post in the group Discord later and try to see who's even available for any games next week. So for now,
yeah.
I'll wish you guys a good night, and I hope you have a good break or holiday or whatever we end up doing. See you guys later.
Yeah.
Night.